What's up, everybody? Hope you are doing well. Happy Sunday. For those of you who are watching the Cleveland Browns versus the Chicago Bears, this is a live reaction. Now, I obviously cannot show the game because I'm on YouTube and I do not own a license, but I am going to go ahead and react to this game and tell you some what I've seen and the plays and how things are going. We're still in the first quarter. I'm a little late, but you know what I'm saying, it's better late than never. But I do want to say salute to everybody that is watching. Happy Sunday. I hope you are doing well. And I go by the name of Harry B. You are watching TLP Sports Club Live. This is TLP Live. Let's go. The game is on Fox for those of you who want to watch. And if you are not catching the game in your local market, you can actually sign up for the YouTube, I believe it's Sunday ticket. It's like $48 now, I believe, for the rest of the season. So you don't have to pay that $300. But that's how I'm doing it. So you can do that too, so you can enjoy the game. The score, obviously, yeah, it's 14-0. The Cleveland Browns defense so far cannot stop a nosebleed. Hey, Judon, what up with you? Hope all is well, man. Yeah, I'm live now. I had to take care of some snow outside, so that's why I'm late, guys. Yeah, man, I gotta do my house, and then I help my neighbors, the neighbors on my left and my right when it snows. So it took me a little longer to come on here today. So, you know what I'm saying? Trying to do the Lord's work. You feel me? They're just a few years older than me. So I try to help them out as much as I can whenever I can. So right now, what I'm noticing, let me just get into it. What I'm noticing is that obviously the O-line is not really blocking much for Shedeur, but the Bears offense is like, it's moving. I mean, they're moving, and our defense just, I guess they're off. They took a break. Shedeur just got sacked. He got to get rid of that ball. Shedeur got to throw that ball away. Bro, if you don't see it, if it's not there, you're going to learn soon. You're going to learn soon to throw that ball away when it's not there. Okay, he didn't have no time. That one, he didn't have no time. Like, somebody just let that guy through. He didn't have no time. So that one is not on Shedeur. I would say read the pocket, step inside the pocket, try to juke that guy. There's no communication happening or something. I don't know. Yeah, I don't, like the commentator said, I don't know who guy that was, but is there I had a little bit of a internet glitch there. It looks like it's trying to fix itself. Y'all can hear me? But it looks like my internet is going through some type of check. Y'all can hear me? I'm watching my internet go through some weird check, like it's not fixing. Can I get a thumbs up? Anybody out there can hear me? Timothy Taylor, what up with you? Okay, you can hear me. 23, what up with you? I hope everybody's doing well. I remember Shannon Sharp said that this could be a setup game, and that kind of like got out there. I don't know if it went viral for sure, but it did make the news or whatever. So I want Shedeur to be very careful, because you still don't know what the intentions of this organization is. So I will be very careful. Like, when the cameras are on, you don't really, they can't really do much, but they can still, basically what I'm trying to say is play for yourself. When you're in that ring, you don't know if somebody's trying to throw the game. You don't know if they're trying to lose on purpose. You don't know if they're telling the linemen to take a break. You have no idea. So I don't want to keep peddling this whole conspiracy theory, what I would say is just play for yourself, yo. Just like in the boxing ring, protect yourself at all times. Bruh, just do yourself a favor and just throw away everything. You know what I'm saying? That's how I see it. I say just throw away everything that you don't see and do it quickly. If you see something, we know you can get it there. We know you can get that ball to wherever it needs to get to. So do what you can to get the ball to the person when they're open, but don't be a hero, bro. Because I don't know, man. I don't trust these folks as far as I can throw them. I do not. I do not trust Cleveland at all. I'm trying to tell you, I don't trust Cleveland. Just that sack. Like, whose man's is that? How did he get through so cleanly? Caleb Williams is getting the max. He's getting mad protection. He's standing back there all day. He can throw the ball. Shedeur has no time to throw the ball in this game that I've noticed so far. No time to throw the ball. We know he can throw the ball. You know what I'm saying? So we're not trying to deal with no conspiracy, but I'll just say, just take your time and play for yourself. Just play for yourself. Protect yourself at all times on the field, just like a boxer got to protect themselves in the ring. Protect yourself. Throw it away. Do what you can do, and only get what you can get. Take whatever the defense gives you, because I don't trust this. I don't trust this. This is no conspiracy theory. I don't trust the Cleveland Browns for Shedeur Sanders. I don't. I'm sorry. That's no conspiracy. It's just what it really is. I don't trust the Cleveland Browns for Shedeur. I don't. Most people are saying, hey, man, look, Shedeur needs an organization that really believes in him. And it sounds kind of weird to say that because the Cleveland Browns are the only ones that chose him. So how can you be the only team that chose well, not necessarily. They're the only team, now that we know, they are the only team that he wanted. So they're not the only team that chose him. So we got to change that narrative, because we know that a couple of teams did call. So, you know what I'm saying? So we got to change the narrative. Baltimore, Philadelphia, we gotta change that, because we know that they did call. So if he would have chosen one of those teams, he could have been, with those teams. So but this defense is trash today. I mean, like, total trash. How do you go from the number 2 defense to, like, I don't even know what number they are right now? They're straight up trash right now. I mean, Caleb Williams is standing back there, got all day to throw, and he's just like Shedeur. He can throw the ball. So if you play around with him, he gonna burn you. So both of these quarterbacks have gone head to head before, and it was a match for the ages when Caleb was at USC. So you're not gonna give Caleb Williams. Look at the defense. Look at this. I'm saying look at this, but I hope y'all are watching. They are threading the defense. It's like night and day. We got a holding flag. Thank God. Number 81, holding offense number 81. Thank God. This defense, I don't know what happened. I do not know what happened from the week before last to now, because, from last week to now. Because, man, the defense can't stop a nosebleed today. I mean, last week they couldn't stop a nosebleed this year. This week they can't stop a nosebleed. My goodness. Look how they're tackling. What are y'all saying in this here? Judah said what? We are really pretending like we don't see any obvious conspiracy against Shedeur Sanders. Are there hold on, let me see. Are all these incidents that are happening to this one player that never happened before just coincidences? Those are the reasons why we don't trust them. I'm not pretending. I know I'm straight up for it, but I'm just saying for today's game, whatever the conspiracy theories are, I just want him to protect himself. Like, bro, don't try to be a hero. You don't have to get 300 yards today. And it don't even look like you're going to get 100 yards today. Just play your game. Don't try to repeat what you did last week that was great and it won you rookie of the week. Don't try to chase those things. Is what I'm saying. You don't have to chase greatness. Greatness is going to come to you. You know what I'm saying? Like you're Shedeur. Just do what you do and let the rest God saved Shedeur last week. I'm gonna tell y'all the story in a second. God saved him, and I said it. I said it was gonna happen. Come on, defense, stop something. All right, here we go. Stop for a loss. I don't know if y'all were on the stream last week. Gooey McDowell, Mr. McDowell. What up with you? Peter's in the building. Sanders is not an NFL QB. Hey, Peter, what do you mean by that, though? Are you trolling Caleb? Bested him in college and beats him today. All right, Peter, my African brother. Like, what do you mean he's not an NFL quarterback? Are you trolling or do you really seriously mean that? I mean, because it's one thing to just keep on the same line. If Shedeur's not an NFL quarterback, y'all explain it to me. Like, what do you mean by he's not an NFL quarterback? Gooey McDowell says Shedeur is not NFL QB, y'all. And I'm a white brother, laughing out loud, just know football. 23 is a white brother. Peter is white, but he's white African. 23, outdoors. You're white American or white like Italian from where you from? The defense can't stop nothing. The defense cannot stop nothing today. So that's going to be a long day. We knew this game was coming anytime he plays a real team. His fans were dancing last week because he threw garbage yards versus a bad team. So here's the thing, though, because I don't know. If he does poorly, y'all say he's doing poorly in the NFL. When he does good, y'all say it's a bad team. So I need y'all to make up your mind. Y'all are inconsistent because this is the NFL. This is the final destination. So is it an NFL or not? Like, are y'all going to choose and pick and choose? Are y'all going to pick and choose which NFL teams y'all want to take the results from? So why don't y'all give me a list of NFL teams that is okay, right? Because remember, y'all made an argument that all 32 teams did not want him. So that means that there are 32 teams in the NFL. You see what I'm saying? Like, y'all got to make up your mind. What do y'all want? Y'all saying all 32 teams are NFL teams. Is that right? Is college different from the NFL? And are there 32 teams in the NFL? Sanders is too concerned with rapping. Tom Brady told him to stop. Oh, okay. So you're not talking about anything right now. You're just talking about Shedeur ain't dropped no music. You're not seeing him rapping anywhere. He's not doing anything. So you're just, okay, you're still mad about something that happened back in the day. You're not trying to talk right now. You see, Peter, that's the thing. You know I respect you, and I want you to respect me. When I ask you a question, I'm not trying to get you to keep trolling based on your old information. Like, you're not off of the old information yet. You're still on the old stuff. I want you to come up with new information so I can respect your point of view. I'm not just going to say stuff when you say Sanders is not NFL material. I ain't just going to shoot you off like most people would. You know I will platform you. I will give you an opportunity to give me a reason why you think so, because you could be right. But I want to hear you out. But when you keep telling me he's concerned about rapping, then that just tells me, and then you say Tom Brady told him to go study, right? So, I mean, you're just talking about when Tom Brady told him to go study in college. When Shedeur was in college, you're still talking about the old information. You're not even on no new stuff. You're just on the old information. You're talking about all back, way back when he was in college. You still hurt from that. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I can't respect that, Tom. I mean, Peter. You're talking about old information. This dude's been in the NFL for almost a whole year now, and you're still going back to when Tom Brady said he needs to get in the lab. Like, come on, man. How am I going to respect that, my African brother? I can't respect that. You don't eat goat. You're not a part of the real Africans who eat goat meat. You want to eat filet mignon. You're African filet mignon eating, and I can't respect it. You're a filet mignon African. I can't mess with you. So get up out of here, Peter. You ain't got no new information. Get up out of here with that nonsense. Who else I'm going to get up out of here? Who else wants some? 23, you want some? Step up, 23. What you got for me? Why is Shedeur not in NFL? And who else is in here that wants some heat today? Judah, I know you don't want none of this. I already got you up out of here. Judah is cool. Hey, Tim, do you want some? Who wants some? Gooey. All right, Gooey McDowell, Mr. McDowell. You a fake McDonald's. Who wants some? Step up. Step up to get beat down. Let's go. I'm ready for today. I got time today. We ain't even going to worry about this game. This game is already over. The Sanders fans were gloating last week. So what do you want us to do? When he does something well, you want us to be like, hey guys, please don't celebrate too much because the haters are gonna get him when he plays Chicago, and he's not gonna do so well. So we want to make sure that we're okay. This is a sack. That's a sack. Myles Garrett got another sack. 4th and go. Myles Garrett is now 2 sacks away from the NFL record. Gooey, you want some? The fake McDonald's. You want some, Mr. McDowell? Sanders is going to Cancun. OMG, L-O. You can't even afford the other L. You laugh out. Come on, man. You don't want none. I want some. 23, what you want? You should never be celebrating down 3 touchdowns. No, y'all don't want some of this. Come on, man. Let's go. I already got this filet mignon African out of here. We're Egyptians. We're not African. We're Egyptians. Field goal is no good. So the Myles Garrett sack sent them back to the field goal, and then they kicked the field goal, and they didn't get it. All right. Peter, from now on, you're going to be filet mignon African. You're not a real African. Get up out of here. 23, step up and get some. What you got? What you got, my southern white boy? 23, where you from? You from the south or the north? You from New York, like me? 23, expose yourself. Let's go. Where you at? If you're black and eating filet mignon, how dare you get them fish sticks out of the freezer? All right, 23, I don't know what you're doing here. I don't know, because Peter's not black, okay? Peter is a white African. He's from Egypt. They don't consider themselves real Africans. They're not from like the West or the East where we do the real dirty work, okay? They're from Egypt where they split the Red Sea, where Jesus was, was doing mad things. You know what I'm saying? Moses and them was in Egypt. This is where the Jewish religion started, in Egypt, okay? And if y'all want me to break it down, I can break it all the way down, because the Jewish people of today are Egyptians. They're all Africans. You understand what I'm saying? I got some mad history, okay? I don't just do this football thing. I do world history too. So if y'all want some, step up and get beat down. I'm ready today. I got time today. Because the real Jewish people are Egyptians. Okay? If y'all remember the story of those 2 brothers that sold their brother into slavery, guess where he went? They went to Africa. And guess what happened? I'm giving you the short version. And guess what happened? All of them died. And when they all died, the new Jewish people were in Africa. Their brother, who they sold into slavery, he became the Pharaoh's right-hand man. Okay? And he brought all of his people over to Egypt, Africa. And when all the old heads died, those new Jewish people that were then, you remember the movie The 10 Commandments? All of those Jewish people are all Africans. All of them. Check me if you think I ain't solid. I knows this. Okay? But they ain't gonna tell you they're Africans. I will. The Jews made a conspiracy against. No, it was your filet mignon Africans that are conspiring against Shedeur, because y'all not real blacks. Y'all not real Africans. When y'all see us blacks, Africans, y'all be like, "Oh Lord, the real ones are coming. Oh Lord, the real ones are here." We fake filet mignon Africans. Here we are pretending to be Africans. Shedeur got the ball again. Be quiet. Be quiet. Shh. There we go. Throw it away. Throw it away. He threw it away. Shedeur can play this game. All of y'all that are saying that Shedeur, modern day Egyptian today are Arabs. That's not a true story. Egypt. Wild Dog Media says what? Hey guys, my membership is it's been suspended, so all my members, it's a long story. I'm kind of like, dealing with some issues behind the scenes. Yo, what the heck was that? But we're gonna deal with that more. All my membership has been suspended for the time being. Okay, I'm trying to work out some things. Wild Dog said Egypt leaving Africa in the most idiotic narrative of all time. Egypt leaving Africa? When that happened? How can Egypt leave Africa? You notice how Shedeur has no protection today, right? Y'all noticing that? Zero protection. Last week, people keep saying, "Oh, you guys were gloating and all of that," right? Shedeur has no protection. I don't know what number that is. He leaves his blocker. He leaves the guy to go get Shedeur. Watch the protection today. No protection. First down, Cleveland. For all of y'all that saying that Shedeur cannot play this game, step up. Tell me why he's not. I want to hear you. I'm not one of those people that's just going to clown you, or you and I are going to get into some type of spatting match and I'm going to get personal and start calling you names. That's not my style. I'm not that kind of African. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not that kind of man. I'm a real man. You know what I'm saying? Like, when people say they're a real one, they're not a real one because they don't know what a real one really is. I'm a real one. Let me tell you what a real one should do. When you have adversities, you can stare in the face of adversity and learn from adversity. That's a real one. But when somebody says something to you that you don't like and your instant reaction is like a road rage, somebody cuts you off and you get mad all of a sudden and you don't have no kind of reflection. You don't know why they're cutting you off. You don't know if they're rushing their grandmother to the hospital. You don't know if something's happening. Your instant reaction is like you get mad. You want to flip them off. You want to cut them off and make them have an accident. You're not a real one. You know what I'm saying? I want to tell you what a real one is. A real one is the one, a man that knows him. He's a man inside, and he can stand in the face of adversity or somebody that says something negative about them or somebody that they like, and they say, "Hey, you might have a point, but let me hear you out first." You know what I'm saying? I'm a real one, but I ain't gonna say I'm a real N-word. If you want to say I'm a real N-word, then go ahead. I'm not saying that. But I want y'all to step up. You know what I'm saying? Like, step up. That's all I want you to do. Step up and tell me why you think so. Throw it away. Throw it away. Throw it away. He had an opportunity to throw it away, but he did not. Shedeur could have threw that ball away, but he did not. Tell me why you think he's not a good he's not a good quarterback. Right there, what I've been saying. He's getting sacked, not throwing the ball away. So he's not. So you're not judging him based on the rookie. You're not judging Shedeur based on him being a rookie. Shedeur's a rookie. So you're not judging Shedeur. That's what I'm saying. I want to expose some of y'all because y'all are not. You're not judging Shedeur based on him being a rookie, based on him making mistakes, because you give Jackson Dart, Tyler Shug, who are white, Mr. 23, and my filet mignon African, Mr. Peter Gurgis, right? It's just a coincidence that these are white quarterbacks. I'm just gonna put it out there. We don't know what Dylan Gabriel really is. I ain't trying to make this about race. I'm just saying it's a coincidence because Jackson Dart happens to be white. That new Fernando guy, he's Spanish, so he's a colored. So I don't know how you want to deal with that. That one, y'all got to fight over that. I don't know about Dylan, right? But he's like Hawaiian. I mean, he could be colored. I don't know how y'all want to take that. But since he looked like y'all probably going to throw him into your bunch. But all of these quarterbacks, they get the benefit of being a rookie. Shedeur is on a win-loss trajectory. I'm going to say that again for all of y'all in the back of the room. Shedeur is on a win-loss trajectory. Dylan Gabriel wasn't. He was just a quarterback, and he was dinking and dunking and just doing whatever he did, and everybody was giving him the benefit and saying, okay, you know what? He's a rookie. He's going to make mistakes, but he's managing the game. That was it. So everything was all well and done because that's just what he was doing. It was okay. He wasn't doing bad, poorly. He was just doing regular quarterback stuff, but he's an NFL quarterback. For Shedeur, he doesn't throw the ball away. He gets sacked. Oh, you see it right there. Right there. Why is he getting sacked? He's a rookie. Is it okay for him to be a rookie? Not to y'all. He made a mistake. So he cannot make a mistake? Not to y'all. He has to be perfect, score over 300 yards to shut y'all up, to say, be quiet. If he doesn't do well, it's not, okay, he had a bad game. Like everybody else. Okay, he had a bad game. But at least, we can judge some of the throws that he had time to throw. We can judge the O-line didn't really protect him. But when he was able to make those throws, he threw it. And he's able to get the ball there. You notice that any quarterback that does not have time to throw the ball, you notice that it's hard for them to be who they are. But Shedeur's not being judged based on those criteria. Shedeur is being judged on a whole nother set of criteria. Good, bad, win, loss. That's it. Good, bad, win, loss. That's it for Shedeur. He don't stand a chance with y'all. Shedeur does not stand a chance with y'all. And that's why I come on here all the time to let y'all know, y'all forget about football when it comes to Shedeur. But then when we're talking about everybody else, then everything is all well and done. And I'm going to show you something right now. I know the game is going on. We're punting the ball, so it doesn't matter. Let me show you something. Because now we're all enamored with Fernando because he's the new glitzy, shiny star for y'all. Let me show you something. Because it's never going to be enough for y'all. I'm going to show y'all. I mean, it doesn't. This stuff is crazy. I don't know what it is that you guys are looking for. I don't know what y'all are looking for because no matter how much we say, no matter. I mean, the dude is the rookie of the week. That doesn't matter. He broke an NFL record, scoring I guess the rookie of the only rookie to score to throw for 300 yards. We're gonna say those were trash yards, okay? But he's doing it in the NFL. Okay, 23 says hey, are you Southern or are you Northern? 23, where you from? 23. I need a narrative. I need something because I know Peter is my white African. You're my white guy from where? I know you're from the outdoors. You out there. And you do know the narrative. This is probably a meme or a joke. But if a white woman was lost in the woods, they would ask her, hey, if you're lost in the woods, who would you rather see? A black man or a white man? You know, 90-some% of the time they're gonna say a black man. You from Cincinnati? Oh, it's a rap, bro. Do you know that you're from the outdoors, right? But do you know Cincy 23, my white brother? Do you know that if a white woman, one of the white people that knows you, do you know if they saw you in the woods, if she was lost, she would rather see me than she would see. Yo, y'all got a bad rap, bro. You said, I don't know. Either way, I'm packing. I don't care. Whatever you packing, she don't want it. Oh, God. Oh, man, I love having fun with y'all. We all going to be packing. Mine ain't going to be legal. You probably obtain yours legally, but I'm going to be packing too, but mine's probably not going to be legal. They're looking at my African butt. They're looking at my African butt like, nah, we ain't giving you no license to shoot. Oh man, they said you look threatening. Big black African. What is wrong with you? What do you think? Denied? Oh man. And you know, we can have a lot of fun with race if we just treat it correctly. We can have a lot of fun with race. It ain't always got to be contentious. Oh Lord. But it's kind of sad. They don't want to see y'all in the woods. Ain't nobody want to see you in the woods, my guy. Ain't nobody want to see you in the woods. Oh man. See, white women don't want to see me in the alley. But in the woods, they don't want to see you. There's a difference. Oh my God, I love it. All right, but let's look at it. Go watch my page. I got Axe. What is that? I don't know what that means. Act Arts. I'm joking, by the way. Okay, guys? We can play with race. So listen. All right, so what's on your screen is from the dogs podcast. These guys got, they got a research team, so they got more information than I am. I'm just one person so far fighting for my YouTube life here. All right, so 2024 to 2025. On your right-hand side is Shedeur. He was 8th in the finishing, right? And those are who everybody wants to be the next QB for the Cleveland Browns. First, it was Arch Manning until they saw Arch Manning this year. Now, all of a sudden, they're getting away from Arch Manning, and they're going back to Mendoza now. Now they're going to Mendoza. But look at the stats. I don't know what it is y'all want from Shedeur. I mean, what else should he have to prove to y'all? What he's the better quarterback? How? Show me how. If numbers don't matter, and if nothing matters, what else is he? What does he possess that Shedeur do not possess? Can anybody articulate that? Can anybody articulate the tenacity to win? When he's in a tough situation, he can get you out of it. Tell me what Mendoza possessed, right? It ain't his color of the skin. He's not even white. He's Spanish. Wow, he's adjacent. He's light-skinned. I get it. I understand it. But what does he possess that Shedeur do not possess? First, he's number one. He won it. His completions, 71.5. Shedeur, he made history, 74%. That's the history of college football. He's the most. He has the highest percentage. He's back on the screen. Let's wait. Quiet is another flag. Okay. Passing yards in his career, 2,980 passing yards. Shedeur, 4,134. Almost twice, doubled his numbers. Maybe not double, but because of the number. Yeah, it's not double, but close enough. Total TDs, interceptions, 33 Mendoza, 37 Shedeur. Interceptions, 10 Shedeur, 6 Mendoza. All right. passing rate ratio or whatever that RTG means, right? 181.4, 168.2. Tell me what it is that Shedeur possess. All right, so Fanning dropped the ball. The ball's there. It's in his hands. He drops it. That's not Shedeur's fault. He throws the ball. It's right there in his hands. The ball is in his hands. It's in his hands. The ball's in his hands, and he drops it. It's going to mess with Shedeur's completion ratings. At the end of the day, we're going to say, you see what I'm telling you? It's just what is happening. 23, I'm not calling you racist. Come on, my guy. I don't do that here, man. I don't just call people racist for no reason. Throw it away. Thank you. I ain't saying you're a racist, my guy. Come on, man. I don't just throw those around. I mean, you're out here watching my black butt. Most racist people see black people and they run. They're like, oh, no. They're like, oh, Lord. There's a blackie. Oh, my gosh. But I don't know what y'all are. I don't know what most people want. Like, just admit, like Peter did one time, that he just don't like Shedeur because he's too flashy. He's not humbled enough to throw it away. Throw it away. Nothing happening. Shedeur, nothing happening today. So today's not his day. It's not going to happen today. This game's already over, by the way. There ain't nothing going to happen today for Shedeur. Nothing happening. He's on a win-loss trajectory or leash, and he doesn't control that, right? Shedeur does not control wins or losses. If he did, then yeah, I would say that it's squarely on him. But the Cleveland media and those who speak out or commentators or whatever, Shedeur is just, you know what I'm saying? Like, Shedeur has to win games for him to be their quarterback. So I'm asking y'all, I'm like, okay, if Shedeur has to win games to be the quarterback, what is the criteria upon which we are grading Shedeur? So tell me, what Wild Dog? What you say, Harry B? Is our African connection, not our black card? I gotta bring a little African humor in this commentary, man. Look, but I want to know, like, what is everybody else grading Shedeur on? Why does it that you're not allowing him to be? I kind of know the answer. I get it. I think I know that it's the fact that he's so bombastic. He's so swaggeristic. You know, he's out there. He's unapologetically him. He ain't trying to play your little games of, you know what I'm saying, that fake humbleness where you say one thing, but we know you're thinking another, where you say all the right things, and then somewhere in the closet, we know that you're a dirty human being inside, but outside, you try to play the lines. You don't hear no scandals coming out. Ain't nobody exposing him for nothing. He's just who he is. So it's like, it's almost like a New Yorker. You know what I'm saying? Like, before I came to New York, I lived in the South. You know what I'm saying? And then I lived in the DMV. So the DMV is not necessarily the South, but I went to school in the South. People would smile in your face. You know what I'm saying? They'll smile in your face and they'll like say hi, but like inside, you knew they were thinking stupid stuff about you. So I'd rather somebody just tell me and show me straight up who they are. Do I get annoyed with some of his, arrogance and some of the statements that he makes? Yes, I do, because I'm straight up Christian and my heart moves differently. My heart ain't I'm this and I want to, I'm not a performer, right? Like I'm a servant. I'm the servant. So it's like I'd rather see people move like the Bible describes. So some of the things that he does annoy me, but it's not enough for me to be like, oh my gosh, I hate him. That's too much for y'all. It's like y'all can't even enjoy the fact that y'all seeing a young man chasing his dreams and he's doing well with his dreams. Y'all don't want to enjoy that. You'd rather just be on the other side because of the things that annoy you about him. But tell me why you think he's not a good NFL quarterback. Because it don't make no sense. He is the best in the 2024 draft, the 2025 draft, and he's the best in the 2026 draft. Ain't nobody better than him. I'm showing you the Heisman winner. I'm showing you the Heisman winner for the 2025 Heisman. He was 8th in the runner-up in 2024. 8th. But y'all don't hear me though. I mean, it's but so much we can say, bro. If Dylan Gabriel was Rookie of the Week, if he won that Rookie of the Week, oh my gosh. I mean, everybody would be like, we told you. That's why he was 3rd round. He's better than Shedeur. If Dylan Gabriel, after 3 games, he was the best rookie in the NFL, bruh, we would not hear our ears. But y'all just want to ignore the fact that Shedeur is doing all of these, and y'all don't care. I'm going to give you another one. I'm going to give you another one. Sanders had the first down, but doesn't stretch ball for the first down. He's not a smart QB. Peter, so you're just judging him based on every mistake he makes. So when he does something poorly, he's not smart. When he does something well, then what do you call that? Then what do you call it? Like, I don't know. Because if you get a ticket, we would say you knew the speed limit and you went over it and you got a ticket. So that means you're dumb. You're not smart. So we're judging you based on every action that you take. If we judge you based on every action that you took, smart, dumb, you know what I'm saying? Smart, dumb, as opposed to it just being a mistake, that's not how you judge quarterbacks, bro. The totality of their work. I don't know why that's hard. It shouldn't be that hard, but y'all make it really hard. Like, why? But it's only for Shedeur, though. It's only for Shedeur because y'all don't judge anybody else like that. It's only Shedeur. I'm going to show y'all another one. Here's another one right here. And Colin pretty much said that Shedeur was no good. This is after weeks of him saying Shedeur was the best quarterback. So when he got annoyed and got off the Shedeur train when Shedeur went 101 miles per hour. So I understand where his came from. I'm not understanding where a lot of y'all's is coming from. Y'all's is just coming from some other place, especially Peter's. Peter's still mad at Shedeur for like making a rap song. And you know the New York mayor, the NYC mayor, the new guy, you know he's an African. And did y'all know he was a rapper? The mayor of New York, of NYC, is a rapper. And he's African. Oh, man. Dude, I'm telling you, I can't make this stuff up. Jay-Z's a billionaire. He's a rapper. So I don't know why rapping gets a bad name. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, they try to connect it with that other stuff. Oh, he's only concerned with rapping. The mayor of New York City is a rapper and he's African. Then where do you go from there? Is that like a double negative? Rapper, African? Oh! All right, let's go to this. Look at the graphic I just put up. Shedeur was not given any first-team reps from preseason to the time he took over when Dylan Gabriel got that fake concussion, right? That phantom concussion that he got. From that time forward, Shedeur became the best rookie player in the NFL, quarterback in the NFL. But yet he's not an NFL QB. How that work? How that work? Tell me how that work. Explain it to me, someone. How can you be the best in something, but you're not that thing? All right, we're going to the halftime. I mean, the Browns are keeping it close. It's only 14. Shedeur can erase that, just like that. If he's not an NFL quarterback, Shedeur can erase 14 just like that. If the Browns would just, if they want to win, Shedeur can erase 14 like that. Trust me. Hey, Micah, give me some paper towel, please. Oh, never mind. I got it. So let's look at the graphic that's in front of here. I want to make an argument because during the week, I'm so busy, guys. I don't really get to come on here live and do a lot of things, and I'm fighting for my YouTube life here. While I'm on here, I want to give you all some information, right? Shedeur didn't do too well in the first half, so his numbers are going to stink. But look at these numbers, bro. Total yards, 756 yards. Total touchdowns, he's first, 6. Big pass plays, 12. He's number 1. Passing yards attempt, 8.3, first. This is since week number 12. So step up. Who wants it? Who wants it? Step up. Give me a second, guys. Who wants it first? Please step up. 23, where you at? Outdoorsman. My outdoorsman who's packing. Step up. Come to the front of the line. Bengals fans, come on. So let's go. He's the best rookie quarterback in the NFL after just 3 games. How can I make this clear for so many people? Because this is not, I don't know, like, you know, I don't know how else to talk to y'all Americans, right? Not all of us are Americans, but you know, for the most part, y'all Americans, I don't know how to talk to y'all, how to like appeal to your inner hater or whatever. But I don't know what else to do because when I bring stats, they're not good enough. You find a way to poke holes in the stats. You know what I'm saying? You said they're yakety yak. Don't look back. You know what I'm saying? You say those stats are yakety yak. Yards after catch. YAC. Y'all Americans. Yes, y'all Americans. Come on, 23. Work with me here. I don't know. I mean, because I want you to. I'm trying to help you to enjoy the process, but y'all are getting a hernia. Y'all are getting a hernia, and you're not enjoying the process because you want to find faults. You want to find things to poke holes at, but you're not enjoying it like I am. You said, "Oh, y'all were gloating. Y'all were gloating last week, right? Y'all were gloating about him scoring trash yards last week. Now this week, y'all are ready to come up, but y'all get quiet when we're gloating. Why y'all can't come up and talk to us? Y'all go away, y'all hide. But then when he gets a bad game, then all of a sudden y'all are here for that. What? This is the NFL, the final destination. This is it. These are the best of the best. Yes, you're gonna with amongst the best of the best, just like in Hollywood where I work, right? In Hollywood and the media. Even when you get a bunch of celebrities in the room, there's always going to be somebody a little higher. So while you're amongst the best of the best, if you're at an award show there's going to be one celebrity like Denzel, where all the other actors are like, wow, I can't believe I'm sitting right here next to Denzel, even though I'm in the room and I'm a celebrity. I'm right here with Denzel. There's always going to be levels to this. But this is the final destination. This is it. This is where Mendoza is trying to get to. He ain't there yet. Shedeur is in the NFL. He made it there. He's playing. But yet Mendoza's better than him. And that's the part that just gets my blood boiling. My African goat meat eating blood just boil, because I'm like, let me say it in my Liberian voice. Don't get my man. But how they picking it? How all of y'all still saying that man? He's not. How can Mendoza be better than a man? And the man is where he's already where the man want to go. He's there right now. Nah, he's there. The man is there. Mendoza want to get there, but you're telling me that Mendoza better than the man already there. Y'all make it make sense, though. Okay, back to my American English. Let me get my breakfast. Man. Y'all make this make sense. Mendoza is coming from college, where Shedeur was. Shedeur made it to the NFL, the final destination. He's the best rookie quarterback in the NFL, but he didn't get the treatment that most of the quarterbacks ahead of him. Jackson Dart, Tyler Shough, the number one overall, Cam Ward. All of these quarterbacks, Dylan Gabriel from Oregon. All of these quarterbacks had their chance, and they didn't put up the numbers that Shedeur's putting up. But yet you give them the benefit to say they are NFL-ready quarterbacks, and Shedeur's not. Make it make sense. That's all I'm asking you. Hey, let me put up this thing. Call me. Come up here and tell me and make it make sense. I'm going to pull up the email right here on your screen. It's halftime. Call me. Come on here. I'll give you a few minutes to make your case. Tell me why Shedeur is not an NFL quarterback. I'm not in the clowning business. I ain't here to make you look bad, and I don't care about none of that. I don't. All I want you to do is come on here and make it make sense. That's all I'm asking you. Join tlplive@gmail.com. Email me. I'm going to send you the link. Make it make sense. Mendoza beat Ohio State. What big win did Sanders have? 23. It don't matter, bro. It doesn't matter. It don't matter. What's his name? The guy that was at K-State. He left, went to Ohio State, won the national championship. He's in the NFL with Shedeur. So he won what's the guy name? Howard, Will Howard. He won the national title in college. But why are we still comparing Shedeur with college players? He's in the NFL. I thought the conversation should now progress to the NFL. How is it that you're telling me a college player is still better than Shedeur? How? What happened to objectivity? How can where he's trying to go, he's still better than the person that's already there? Is that not an English thing? Is that not like an American? Like, is my brain not big enough to understand the process of you're trying to get to where I'm at? There ain't no way you better than me if I'm already there. Ain't no way. How that work? You ain't taking one snap in where I'm at. You're trying to get here, but yet you're better than me. How? How that work? Hey, Wild Dog, help me out here, man. Wild Dog, you got to help me, man. You're an American, but you appreciate your Africanness and your blackness. I just need your help. Help me to communicate to your American people what I'm trying to ascertain here. I like that word, ascertain. I like a lot of American words, or just regular words. That's not American. American words make regular words feel bad. Ascertain. I have to chuckle because it has ass in it. So help me out here. How can a college player be better than an NFL player? How? And then the stats don't make sense. I'm gonna take this graphic off the screen because y'all, this is making y'all feel bad. I don't want to make y'all feel bad because y'all my guests. Y'all are here on my stream, and I'm making y'all feel bad. So let me take it off the screen because we see first, and yet he's not an NFL QB. Y'all in your feelings, bro. Make sure if you're going to tackle these big American words, you at least pronounce them right. Nope. If you knew my Liberian accent would not allow me, okay? I'm sorry. Hey, Keisha, I need a fork. I only got a knife. Oh, I got my fork right here. Hey, you're going to have to deal with this Liberian accent. I'm sorry. I told y'all that Harry is Henry, okay? We don't care about words in Liberia, okay? We chop up the words like we chop down trees. Words don't matter in Liberia, okay? As long we have this say in Liberia. If you try to correct a Liberian, he would say, my man, when wartime kind, I said, run, what you would do? When wartime kind, I said, my man, run. And you sitting there looking at me, waiting for me to say the right thing there. Sit down there. Let me translate what that means. If you're in trouble or something's happening, and I tell you something you understood, but you're waiting for me to correct you, to say it correctly, then go ahead and take the trouble. Then go ahead. That's on you. You understood what I said, but if you want me to say it correctly and say it the right way, then all right, then, and it's on you. If somebody's throwing if somebody throws a rock, and I say, "Hey, my man, dog," and he said, "What you said?" I said, "My man, dog." Oh man, I said, "My man, dog." You said, "Do you mean duck? Like go down?" My man, I said, "Dog." You understand? If you don't get it, then my man, let the rock hit you. Okay? Sit down there if you're waiting for me to say it perfectly. I love my Liberians. I love my Liberians, boy. I'll tell you, we only worry about the things that really matters in life, like people. I'm at like when it's snowing outside, me going outside to go help my neighbors because they're only a few years older than me and they don't have the same strength I got. I still got a little bit of strength. I'm getting older, but they're just a little bit older than me on my left and my right. So I go help them out. We worry about the things that really matter in life, in Africa, in the whole Africa. When you see an African, we worry about the most important things. The things that really don't matter, we don't really care about that stuff. Not as much as y'all do. Y'all worry about the wrong things. Degrees and, oh, you ain't got this stat. You ain't got a bigger house than me. I'm like, my man, I can sleep on my small house. It right here. Your car's better than ours. We're like, my man, I can get to work. I don't have to worry about my car can move from point A to point B. It doesn't have to look pretty. Y'all worry about the wrong things. Africans, we worry about the things that matter. That's it. That's how it works for us. We move like the Bible says we should move. Let me see if anybody wanted to step up. Did anybody call in? 23. You worried about the wrong thing, my guy. All right. Nobody wants this smoke. Oh man. We worry about pointless state or stats. So tell me what stats matter. I want to know what stats. OC guess. I don't know what that means. What stats are pointless? I want to know which one. I used to last couple of years when people were Wins and losses. No, I mean, we're not, wins and losses. If that's what it is, then that's fine. If wins and losses is the thing, I would like that. 23, I promise you. See, even Judon agrees. That's facts. And as an American, we definitely have our priorities mixed up. You know what I'm saying? Like, your house is bigger than mine. My car is bigger than yours. And I'm like, yeah, your car's bigger, but your neighbor needs help, and you're not helping them. Like, what's happening? You live in this big old house. Your car's big, but there goes your neighbor right there. He needs your help. And you sitting there like, nah, you go call for help. What? In Africa, if my neighbor is hungry or needs something and I'm sitting there and they need it and I'm worried about how big my car and my house is, come on now. You kidding me? I think the game is back. The first handoff, they make no yards. Thank you, Judon. At least you understand. When are we going to do it in all AI version of Harry B? I tried that already. My African accent would not allow it. The AI said, yeah, you're too African. We tried Afrobeat, but whatever you got going on, we can't help you. Oh, man. Shedeur, today's not going to be Shedeur's day. He almost had an interception. He almost threw the interception. Thank God. He dropped it. Shedeur going to have those dink and dunks? Bro, they're sitting in the pocket waiting for you to throw those. They're sitting in the pocket waiting for you, brother. You got to be very careful of those dink and dunks, boy. They're waiting for you. Man, have they gotten a first down yet? This entire game? Let's see this one. Oh, what happened? What happened to the ball? He threw it, but what happened? Somebody blocked it? I've never seen Shedeur throw a long ball like that and it just dropped. It's like something grabbed it from the air. Oh my, what was that? Whoa. What happened? Dude was like way ahead, and I've never seen, maybe he pulled up because somebody was in his face. I ain't never seen Shedeur throw a bomb like that just fell flat. Wow. Ain't nothing going today, man. But this is good, though. I like this because I want to know when he has a good day, the media treats it a certain way. When he's having a bad day, how are they going to treat it? Are they going to treat it like a quarterback had a bad day? Or are they going to say, I want to know, are they going to say, Shedeur, he's no quarterback or he's no good? Is that how we're grading him? And that's important because everybody gets the benefit. He doesn't. Everybody gets the benefit. He doesn't. How are they going to grade Shedeur when he has a bad day? Every quarterback has a bad day. Look around the league. There's so many quarterbacks, right? There are so many quarterbacks that have bad days. And I personally, I'm waiting for a time where Shedeur's in a system where he's allowed to, where he is their quarterback. He's not being graded. He's their quarterback. And then he can just be himself. Because what affects the quarterback's mind or his game is what he's thinking in his mind. When a quarterback feels comfortable, he can do things, right? But when you're on this grading system where they're judging everything you're doing poorly, it makes it hard for you to just be comfortable to play your game. It does, because you're thinking about, what is the media going to say? Are they going to sit me down this time for and having a bad game? It's just like you're in a relationship where you're being judged by everything you do wrong. And then even some things that you do right are not looked upon as just regular stuff. It's just like you're being judged like that. That's a toxic relationship you're in. You're not in a good relationship. And I don't like that for Shedeur. Nobody wants to go and be in a relationship where everything is on a microscope, where you're being judged by every single thing. So it's like, yo, Cleveland got mass injuries. I knew how today was gonna. Yeah, but I believe I posted something. And I think there was only one starter left, and if he was going to be gone, if he was questionable, so I think he like the O line is all backups, if I'm not mistaken. So 23. All right, I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that. Let me talk about this right here. He said because y'all all bro his fans, make it toxic. That's why y'all going under the radar. Okay, so let's address that. The fan base, we're the fan base. We're not Shedeur, right? So we'll say whatever we got to say. We do whatever we want to do. That's us. We're out here. We're on a whole nother level than Shedeur. But why do you grade Shedeur based on the fan base? So how does it work where you're grading someone based on what other people are saying about them? That's not genuine. When everybody else gets the benefit, but you're saying, oh, based on what Harry B and his ugly black face is saying, I just said ugly black face for no reason, but whatever. Based on what Harry B and everybody else is saying, Shedeur we're going to watch everything. Like, does that make any sense? We're the circus. So what? But Shedeur's still the quarterback that has to play this game. So judge him based upon NFL stuff. I'm glad you said that, 23, KC Outdoors. Well, how are you KC Outdoors? That's not Kansas City? I thought you were Cincy Outdoors. Shouldn't it be Cincy Outdoors? I don't know what KC means. Whatever. Yeah, y'all want to grade Shedeur based on us. And I'm like, yo, we're going to be us. We're not stopping. We're not stopping. You're not going to stop us. Whether we're right, whether we're wrong, doesn't matter. But Shedeur, my name is Casey. Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. See? You see how we're getting along here? Because y'all keep his name generator, and the reason this trash game is on primetime. This game is not on primetime. This game is still, it's supposed to be on like Fox, but I turned on Fox and there's a different game on Fox. I had to use my YouTube account for this game. I had to use my NFL Sunday ticket for this game. This is not like a national game. If it's on national TV, it should be the first game I pulled up, right? So this game was supposed to not be aired, but they moved it to Fox. Maybe because I'm in New York, I get a whole nother thing. I don't know. But for me, like, I turn on Fox when it's a national game. I should be able to turn it on and just see it on the Fox channel. But there's a different game on Fox for me. Maybe it's because it's the broadcast area I'm in. Shedeurians, Coach CJ says Shedeurians raise the expectations for 12 too high. That's what makes it toxic. Okay, so all right, CJ, Coach. Coach, I'm trying to understand. Judon, what did you say? Judon, you slow, huh? Wait, Judon, what did you say? Why are they calling you slow now? What happened? Let me go back. Judon's in trouble. Let me try to see if I can help Judon here. Casey Outdoors, I agree with what makes sense. So if I never agree with you, then there it goes. There it goes. That'll get him. Well, you're on your own on that one. You stepped into that doo-doo. I can't help you. I always tell my kids, I didn't say you're my kid. I'm just saying, I just tell my kids, listen, don't call me if you're going to do something stupid out there. I want to always be able to defend you righteously. I'm a righteous man. So if you're going to come create some unrighteous situation, I'm not in it and I can't defend you. But so always stay righteous. But you down, you on your own, bro. You stepped into that doo-doo. Oh man. All right, bro. Fight it out. Just make sure you don't get too personal. Oh, people trying to insults when they have nothing to stand on. Yeah, y'all don't get no insults, man. Y'all keep it on football. Yeah, I always try to keep it on there. Don't get personal. Y'all duke it out based on like information. Like I love a good fight when it's a righteous fight. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all, when we on this internet, everybody's hiding their real names and stuff like that. This is the platform where people can come and have differences of opinions, but don't take it personal. Come with information that's going to make him look crazy, bro. Even make him look stupid. Throw it away, my guy. Oh, he got the first down. Ain't no way. Ain't no way he got a first down on that when everybody was on him. See, those are the type of plays that are going to get him talked about. Like, hey, look at the play he made when everybody was trying to tackle him. You see what I'm saying? Look, he never went down. He threw it. Finney caught it and got a first down. So those are the highlights that we're going to be looking at 1 hour, 11 minutes, and 57 seconds, right? Those are the type of highlights that we need for Shedeur because we know that he's a fighter. Like, he doesn't just go down because somebody's trying to tackle him. He's a playmaker. They can't move the ball. The Chicago offense is going to be a playoff offense for a reason. Y'all still fighting. Y'all take it easy, guys. Just make sure y'all battle on information, not personal. Not like calling nobody mama. Their mama ain't do nothing to you. So keep it. We about to be 1-5, Waldo. Bro, it's still 14. Shedeur can erase all of this. The dude dropped the ball again. He put the ball with Finney. It seems like he keeps going to 44. Like Finney, he keeps going to Finney. Is that the only person that's getting open? It's 3rd and 10. Man, is that the only guy that's open? Because he keeps going to him. But he's starting to drop the ball. It's kind of cold out there, so I get it. The ball was batted down. This time he tried to spread it out to number 16. 4th and 10, he's out of it again. Man, he's 5 of 14. The ball hit the defender's, what's her name? Hellman. Oh, he had number 3 on the wide side, on the right side. Woo! If he catches number 3, that could be a touchdown. Oh, okay, we got a field goal? Okay. Keep in mind the score is still 14, guys. He's playing poorly, but the score is catchable. If Shedeur wins this thing, yo, that's going to be another narrative where quarterbacks play poorly, but they still get the W. It's 14-3 now. Hey, it happens. I'm just trying to let you know it happens. There's also a lot of fans that don't understand football or the NFL. I mean, but you're gonna get that, man. Like, come on, we get that. I'm still making the argument where, like, hey, look, I want the football people that say that they're football people to understand that there are within the circus, not everybody's a clown. You see what I'm saying? Like, You got to be mature enough to understand that within the circus, not everybody's a clown. There are people that drive the motorcycles that go in that twirl the motorcycle. And I didn't pronounce that right, Mr. 23. Twirl. There's people that gets in the little dome and they drive the motorcycle. That's not a clown. There are people that are on horsebacks. There are people that are, that are wrangling the elephants. Not everybody's a clown in you know what I'm saying, in the circus. But you have to be mature enough to understand that this is a circus. I get it. And I think other people have to understand that it is a circus. So if you can judge Shedeur based on the fact that he is an NFL quarterback, he's leading all rookie quarterbacks, even though he's only played, like, this is his 5th game. That is a feat that you gotta, like, respect, bro. Like, you're like, oh, wait a minute. Let me get this right. You're saying, like, if I'm telling this story to somebody who just came out of jail and they were in like a jail with no TV, with no communication, it just came out of jail. Should I use jail? Let's not use jail because I think it was somebody said that if you go to jail, then you failed. So let's not go to jail. Let's get somebody that really made it. Let's say I'm explaining this to somebody who doesn't really watch TV, because there are still amongst us a few people that don't watch TV, but they don't watch TV and have never heard of Shedeur story. And I say, do you know that there's a quarterback in the NFL that the organization didn't want him, even though they chose him, he didn't get much playing time. There was not a lot going on. He eventually made it to the top, but only 3 games he played. And within 3 games, do you know that he became the best quarterback within 3 games? If I'm telling that story to any like layman person who never really understands or watch football, they'll be like, "How?" But then I say, but people are still saying that he's not fit to be in the NFL. And then they'll be like, well, how is that, Harry? I'll be like, I don't know. I'm one of the people that are in the media. I'm on social media. I'm on YouTube trying to explain it to them. But they still don't get it. They still don't understand. They still think like he doesn't belong there. And they'll be like, well, maybe they don't think he belongs there because they just don't like him. And I'll be like, yeah, I think that's what it is. If you don't like somebody, it doesn't matter how good or well they do something. You've already determined that you don't like them, so it doesn't matter. And I would have to agree to the person that I'm telling. I'm like, yeah, because how do you become the best at something and somebody say you still don't belong there? It doesn't make sense. If somebody goes, like a woman goes to NASCAR, you know what I'm saying? Y'all remember the girl in NASCAR or whatever. I forget her name. I know her name, but I forgot it. She goes there and she starts beating all the guys in NASCAR. But you keep thinking, like, because you're a sexist, you keep thinking, oh, women don't belong in NASCAR. And you keep saying women don't belong in NASCAR, even though she's beating all the NASCAR drivers that were there before her. And she's beating them. You're like, women don't belong in NASCAR. Like, okay, but she's here and she's beating them. So what, does she belong now? No. Okay, then I don't know if you I don't know. How to help you, brother. She beating them. Bro, Wild Dog, I don't know how to explain it no more. 4th on the depth chart is absolutely not privileged. I'm trying to tell you. You see what I'm saying? He takes too many sacks. He has to learn, but give him that grace like you would give to any other quarterback, Peter. Give him the grace that he will learn. He will come out of this. Every quarterback did not start out perfectly. But there's no grace. Like, you don't give him any grace at all. He takes too many sacks. He hold on to the ball too long. Have you considered the good things that he ever does? Can you do that? Why did he wave that? The dude was right in your face. You want to take a hit? Are you stupid or something? Anyway. He takes too many sacks. Yes, that's something he has to work on. But there has to be an organization, right, that believes in him and say, okay, let me take you under my wings. There are people in your life right now. There are people that you are judging poorly that you don't want to help because you just have determined that they are beyond redemption. And can you imagine God treating us like that? Can you imagine Jesus Christ, my Lord, my personal Lord and Savior, say, Harry, you are redeemable, and you make too many mistakes. I don't want to help you. Bruh, there are young people that need mentors, but you determine that their parents are not helping them. I'm just saying, like, I know I'm taking it, I'm shooting a shot over here, but like he takes too many sacks, but give the young man some chance. Like, he's not supposed to be a professional yet. He's supposed to be the young man, even though he's bombastic and he talks like he already arrived and all of that stuff. I get it. Like, he's like, oh, he's giving you the perfect timing thing, and you like, oh, he need to be more humble. Yeah, but can you still consider the fact that he's a young man and he needs to overcome those mistakes? And let me let you know that there is no quarterback that doesn't take sacks. There is no quarterback that's perfect. They're still making mistakes. And the number 1 draft pick, Shedeur, is better than him after only 3 games. Come on now. What we talking about? Step up and get some. Peter, I already got you to creep up out of here. Why don't I keep going back to you? Give me something new. Give me somebody new. Who else is out here? 23, 23 is an okay guy. You know what I'm saying? That's, he's from Cincinnati. He's a cool guy. I don't want to mess with 23. He's an outdoorsman, and he's packing. And black people are packing too. We just pack something different. Who else wants some? Peter, man, I already got you out of here, man. I need somebody new. I need new blood. You're just upset because you just don't like the fact that he made a rap song. But I told you, the new New York, the mayor-elect of New York, the African mayor-elect from New York, he's a rapper. So I don't know what you got against rappers, because they're millionaires. Rappers are millionaires, so I don't know what you got against them. You know what rap has done to a lot of people's career? It took young colored people out of the hood and made them somebody in life when everybody else has counted them out. Oh, he threw an interception. Shedeur threw an interception. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, that's going to hurt. Oh, man. It was almost a pick 6. Oh, that's going to hurt. Shedeur. Oh, my gosh. I told him they're sitting on that. And then he threw it too low. They're sitting in the pocket waiting for that. They're sitting right there waiting on those dink and dunks. Ah, man. What you say, 23, how come every athlete wants to be a rapper and every rapper wants to be an athlete? It's the human effect. Did it just score a touchdown? Oh, yeah, touchdown. It's over. This game was really over before it started, so the defense is not playing, and they don't care. You're right, Coach CJ. They're going to eat him for the next 4 weeks. Oh, yeah. He's about to get cooked. They might even pull him out of this game. If he keeps playing poorly like he's playing, taking sacks and throwing interceptions, they're going to change their minds. This is over. They're going to blow him out, bro. I'm telling you. Casey, you on whatever emoji you're trying to send. All we're getting is a description in the chat. It says stopwatch blue hand timer, which probably you're trying to say perfect timing. I don't know. Your emojis, you probably in some type of backwoods somewhere. Your Wi-Fi ain't strong enough for us to get the actual emoji. We get an explanation. The Browns are drafting a QB this year, first round. That's fine. Please do it. Please, for the love of God, do it. Do it. Because if you don't see the value in Shedeur, oh, Waldo, you can see it? You on Android? Oh, okay. If you don't see the value in Shedeur that you need to work with him, because I think the upside is high, the downsides are not that many. The things you got to work on, I'm on a computer, so I can't update. I'm not on a phone. You said update. What do I update? I'm on a computer. So I don't know. I'm on a computer, bro. So ain't nothing to update. Yeah, man. I think the whole quarterback talk, I think, is because Shedeur. And it's the Shedeur fans that makes it hard for y'all. And I understand it. I get it. But if you don't find the value in a quarterback like Shedeur, knowing he's a baller, if you can't find the value, then this is what I'm going to say. Trade him and go get your shiny, your knight in shiny armor. Because what you're seeing, you got an iPhone 17 and you're spelling it iPhone J17? Oh, okay. Typo? Yeah, I'm on a computer. I'm not on the phone. All right, Shedeur's back. Man, that interception is going to hurt him. If he throws another one, it's over. They're gonna crucify him again in the media. So there's no run game. The run game ain't working. So when he's throwing, like the run game is not working. So when it's time to throw, they already know the ball is coming. They know where it's coming from. And they're sitting in those pockets. They're going to sit in the pockets for those dink and dunks. And Shedeur has to do a better job with not looking in the direction. Because those dudes are reading his eyes and they're going to sit in the pocket for those dinks and dunks. He almost threw one interception and now they got one. So you got to be very careful. He got it off this time. He caught it. Okay, that was a big one. We like that one. He finally connected with 16. So that's what I want to let y'all know. Like that pass, we're not going to celebrate every good and bad, but like that pass lets you know that Shedeur can do it. Look, you see what I'm saying? Look at the location of the pass. That's a good pass. Shedeur is capable of doing that if you give him time. But they got to get this run game going. Like they can't get nothing going with the run. Shedeur is capable of making those passes. If he can get the linemen, look, he just took a hit. He took a hit to get that pass there. So if you can get Shedeur some time and those wide receivers can get open, Shedeur is going to do that. He will kill you all day. Wild Dog understands the system. All right, Shedeur, you got to bring those balls down. You can't. Those little screen passes, we can't be jumping for those. It got to be at a place where he can just catch and run. We can't jump because when you go up and you come down, like coming down takes too long, and those DBs are going to be on him. So it's got to be on the number. He can turn and run. It can't be jump, come down, then start running. Nah, we can't do that, bro. But it's the play calling too, man. Like we're gonna have to highlight the play calling. Like, bro, we gotta look. It's the third quarter with 6 minutes left, and we're down 21-3. Like, come on, bro, pick it up. Pick up the play calling. What are we doing? Touchdown. That's an interception? It was a touchdown and they took it away from him? Yo, that's diabolical. How that happen? The ball is in your chest and you let him intercept it? No way. Ha! Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Did you see that pass from Shedeur, guys? Like, what rookie quarterback making those kind of passes? The ball is placed exactly where only he, the wide receiver, Jerry Jeudy, can catch it. But Jerry Jeudy, he can't. He's not no Art Monk who got glue hands, sticky fingers. He lets the ball slip out of his hands, and it's an interception instead of a touchdown. We would be celebrating right now. It would be 10-21. But instead, it's an interception, and Shedeur is now at 1 hour, 31 minutes on my time, New York City time. Shedeur throws his second interception. Peter, you just trolling now. Yo. Wow. I mean, the interception is going to go to Shedeur. We're going to accept that. That's his second interception. But just like y'all take up the stats and y'all just say, all right, that's stats. If y'all say, okay, fine, but you got to understand that ain't no better throw that the quarterback can make in that situation. So if the conversation is still, okay, well, we're gonna go draft Mendoza. What happens when Mendoza throws that same pass, right? What happens when you draft Mendoza, you install him into the system, he throws that very same pass where only the wide receiver can catch that. What happens if he does that and the same thing happens? Then what? Because that's what we're talking about when we talk about quarterbacks. Like, you're talking about the quarterback just doing what he's supposed to do. Philly beat the Raiders 31-0. It was 2nd and 12. Now it's going to be what? 3rd and what? So what are we going to say if Mendoza makes that pass, the same pass, where you want your quarterback? Like, how are we evaluating that? Because the Dog Pound, or whatever they're called, the Dogs podcast, and all of the Cleveland media, when y'all start talking, what y'all say? Well, he lost the game, and now we're gonna have to draft another QB. So I get it, right? But what happens when your QB that you draft, right, makes that same throw, and Jerry Jeudy, who is one of the highest paid Browns, does the same thing? Then will we be asking for a whole nother quarterback in the 2027 draft? Will we go get the next shiny, glitzy quarterback that wins the Heisman? The Browns would be chasing the carrot forever. Excuse me. That's what I'm saying. When y'all see the next shiny thing, everybody gets excited. When somebody is right in front of y'all, right? Your girl's right there, you know. Wild dog, man, that's not a Judy interception. The Judy don't throw interceptions. That's a Shedeur interception. We're gonna take the interception. We'll take the interceptions. Shedeur had no chance in this game. No protection. It's 3-21. The defense is not playing well. They can't stop a nosebleed. They can't stop anything. Just like last week, this team can run. Our offense, there's no run game. There's no run game. We can't run the ball, right? We can't run the ball to give Shedeur a little bit of breathing room. They know that they're stopping the run, and then when the pass is coming. So when you can't run, it's very hard that you're not going to be able to throw. But here's the thing. Look at Shedeur's stats in this game. As bad as it looks, look at his stats in this game. You'll see. Caleb has protection. Shedeur has zero protection today. I have no indictment of the Cleveland Browns offensive line. The last two games, they gave Shedeur some protection. This game, no protection. He has no time to throw. Wow. The defense is playing trash today. Man, defense is trash today, boy. Man. The one thing you can count on was the defense. Now you can't count on them. What is going on? What? We can count on the man. You blame the coach? I don't know, man. Casey said he's 7-19 with 2 interceptions and sacks 2 times for 17 yards. Lost that. Okay. Man, the Browns can't move the ball. There's no run game, man. There's not. You need a run game, bro. I don't care what you do. No matter what you do, you need a run game. Man, if can you imagine? Kenneth said, Kenneth Janet Napper. That's another one. Those names, boy, I'm telling you. Yeah, Kenneth. Judy's a horrible receiver. I don't know what happened, bro. Like, how do you go from I look at it from like number 2, Williams in with Nebraska. Did I say Nebraska, Alabama? Like, I guess Jordan said, don't praise these guys, right? You go from 1 year and you look like a superstar and everybody starts to praise you. Then you come back and the next year you don't perform the same way. What exactly transpires in the mind of a person like that? Right? Where the whole world starts to praise you, and then from there you're not the same person. You're supposed to have progression. If you see me beast out in a situation, that usually means that I'm capable of doing that and more. But you come back the next year and you don't do, you know what I'm saying? Like you're not nearly the same person. It just it don't make sense to me. But the defense has no rush on Caleb. Like there's nothing, no pressure, bro. He's back there. He's just doing what he's supposed to do. Look at this. No pressure. Look at that. Look at that. No pressure. I mean, Caleb Williams, he's a Shedeur. He can sling it. If Shedeur has Caleb Williams' offensive line, yo. Jackson Dart, 11 TD, 3 interceptions. Sanders, 5 TD, 5 interceptions. Touchdown. The Browns don't know how to tackle no more. This is a murder. This is a. They are getting slapped. This is a run. These dudes cannot even tackle. These dudes can't even tackle. Bruh. You say you can't stand the Browns? You and Wild Dog. Oh, man. So you a Flacco fan, 23? So you went from hating Flacco to loving him because he's now playing for Cincy? Doo-doo Browns. We got low lives. Can man. We got low lifers in Brooklyn. Oh, so you're a Flacco fan? Can man. You said 23K is he's a low life. Low lifers are in Brooklyn are people that wear, is it polo? Yeah, I think it's polo. If I'm not mistaken, I gotta make sure I get my hip hop. Is it polo? If I gotta make sure I get my hip hop right. So the low lifers in Brooklyn are Sanders haters. Throw your watch up. You should start a group. But I think you'll need something else though. Ralph Lauren. Yeah. Oh, Wild Dog, you know about the low lifers? Do you have this emoji? I see a watch. Hey, Casey, I see a watch. So I think there's no description on this one. Hey, Peter. Oh, okay. Waldo got a cousin in Brooklyn. Oh, okay. So you know about the low lifers. Your cousin's a low lifer. Okay. So you see what the devil meant for evil, God can turn it into good. Tom. Oh, he missed him? Oh, Shedeur's in his head now. Dude was wide open and Shedeur didn't get it? Get it there? Oh, no, he's in his head. Today's an early Christmas. Hey, Peter, how do you feel when he does good, though? Peter, how are y'all, like, what, the haters, right? Okay, Shedeur's throwing a lot of ducks now. I'm not understanding these ducks that Shedeur's throwing. Is he scared that somebody hit him? Hey, so Peter, tell me, what do y'all do like when he's doing well? Like, what are y'all doing? Like, in your haters camp. When Shedeur's playing well, are y'all like crying and stuff? Are y'all like licking your chops? I want to know like what you are haters like. What do y'all do when y'all have to hear how good he was or how good he is? Like what's happening? Throw it away, Shedeur. Throw it away. He took a sack. That's unacceptable. That is unacceptable, Shedeur. That right there will get you out of the NFL quickly. That is unacceptable, my guy. If it ain't there, don't take the sack. You got to throw it away. That is NFL unacceptable. You had several times to throw that ball away. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. That is NFL unacceptable. Ain't no way you took a sack on that. When you have ample time to throw that ball away and you rather take the sack? Ain't no way. Get the creep up out of here. That's unacceptable. This is not Colorado. This is the NFL. We're not going to take negative plays. We're going to throw it away. There ain't no way. It's not there. You had two opportunities. You saw it. Oh, it's not there. Okay, I'm going to wait. Oh, it's not there. It's too late by that time. You know that these DBs are going to be on you. Ain't no way. No way. You got to learn quickly, my guy. Somebody has to be coaching Shedeur, like actively saying, throw that ball away, bro, if it's not there. Throw that ball away, Shedeur, if it ain't there. Bro, you are costing your team negative yards. You got to throw that ball away, especially if you have time to throw it away. If it's not there, my God, just throw it away. If you're taking these negative yards, it's costing the team. Because if we got to punt it from that far back, it's going to give them positive field, advantage. So you gotta throw it away so that we can keep that field where we were at. If we're going to punt it in the next play, we will have a longer place to go. Like you got Shedeur, you got to throw this ball away. I don't care, Shedeur, throw the freaking ball away. Like stop playing around. This ain't no game, bro. You're not a hero. You're a quarterback, bro. If it ain't there, throw it away. That's it. He has to learn that. You got to learn that, Shedeur. Man. Shedeur's making blacks look bad? How? Shedeur's fan base is not just black, right? I love the trolling, Peter. As Shedeur would say, we expect that. You know, we expect that. That's what it's about. You see this punt? You see where it's at now? Because you took that sack, that's what happens. You see the field position? Because the sack was so close to the end zone, that's what happens. That's why you can't take that sack. I mean, I don't understand. Like, it should not be that hard, Shedeur. Bro, you got one read, two read, third read. You got to your third read. It wasn't there, and you didn't throw it away. I think he possibly got to his fourth read. If I'm not mistaken, I think on that play, Shedeur went to his fourth read, and it wasn't there, and he did not throw it away. That is so unacceptable. You get in an NFL game, you have an opportunity, especially playing against a playoff team that is 9-4. You get an opportunity to get to your fourth read, and you don't throw it away, bruh. Can't nobody help you if that at that point. Can't nobody help you. You say your Bengals are terrible? Man, look around. Everybody's team is terrible. These waffles are good, though. My wife made these. She's a good woman. So, Peter, you got to answer me, bro. What do the Shedeur haters do when he does well? Because this week is, I mean, this is bad for him. What are you going to be saying tomorrow? Tomorrow is the haters' day. The haters have a day tomorrow, and for the whole week, we're gonna hear from the haters. You see what I told you? They're going to hiding when everybody's talking well about Shedeur, all the podcasts. They're going to hiding, right? So tomorrow and for the whole week, we're going to be hearing from the haters. Tomorrow's their day. This week is their day. You know. Unless he comes back in the last couple of minutes in this fourth quarter and he puts up 2 scores. If Shedeur puts up 2 scores in the fourth quarter, he can save this day. But he got to do something good in this fourth quarter. He got to be magical in the fourth quarter for the narrative to change. Because right now, the haters are planning a parade, okay? Let me put this in the chat. The haters are planning their parade. Let me put it on the banner. I love it. Hey, man, I love this more than anything. Oh, man. The haters. I hope I know how to spell parade. I think that's how you spell parade. Okay. He finally got pressured. Wow. You see how Caleb throws that ball away? Shedeur has to learn that, man. So here's what I prescribe because I said I was going to say this earlier in the broadcast. So hear me out. In the fourth quarter, last week, it wasn't going well. It started in the third quarter. It wasn't going well. By the way, Sam Kamara is a Liberian man, just like me. Okay, he's African and he's a Liberian man. He's not that, filet mignon eating African. He's a real African. And I ain't saying because he's black. I'm just saying like he's a real one. Peter. Yo, fake African. Stop playing with me. Anyway, so this is what I said. The third quarter wasn't going well and the score was low. And I said, if Shedeur does not do anything to change the score or at least to look like he's competing, the narrative is gonna look bad. The same thing is happening in this game. It is in the fourth quarter. It's about 11 minutes to go in the 12 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. In order for Shedeur to change, okay, it's 12 minutes and 43 seconds to go at 1 hour, 55 minutes in my live reactions. What do real Africans eat? Goat hoovers? Good hooves? No, not good hooves. You don't eat the hooves of the goat. I don't even think you can boil that and it can be soft enough for you to eat that. That don't even make sense, 23. That's a joke that fell flat, bro. Anyway, that don't even make sense. Even y'all country Americans would not even eat that. What are you talking about? Oh, they finally get him. Oh, Myles Garrett. One more. That's sack number 2. He needs one more. So Shedeur has to do something spectacular in this next couple of outings. I hope he doesn't get hurt. God forbid he gets hurt and they have to pull him, because then it's over. Then the whole thing is over, okay? Because then it's going to be a couple of weeks to get well. Dylan Gabriel comes back and ends the season. And, we're going to be – listen, let's just hope he doesn't get hurt, okay? So he doesn't get hurt. He has to come in here in this fourth quarter and do something spectacular. So put some scores on the board. And if he doesn't score again like we should have scored with that touchdown with Jerry Jeudy and he dropped the ball, he has to do more of those type of plays, get us close enough, and just do his job the way that he does it for the narrative to change. All right? Now, if he does not do that, it's going to be ugly. And I'm just going to ask you aunties and uncles, you know what I'm saying, to chill, to either dodge the internet, because the Peters of the world, the fake McDonald's of the world, the McDowells of the world, the goofy McDowells. That was personal. You're not goofy. You're gooey. Well, that hits a little harder. If I call you a goofy McDowell's, the gooey McDowells of the world. Oh man, charge it to my head and not my heart, okay? Oh man, the fake McDonald's of the world. They are planning their parade tomorrow. It's gonna get ugly, okay? I'm just trying to let y'all know, if Shedeur does not come out and change the narrative in this fourth quarter, it's going to be ugly. And I'm just going to warn the aunties and the uncles to please take a break off the internet for at least the very first day. Maybe Monday, take a chill pill. Like, dodge the internet. Try the best you can. Okay? Watch one of those friendly medias. Don't go to Fox News. I'm not Fox. Do not go to like the ugly side of the internet, because it's going to get ugly. All right? The way that they're going to treat him is as if he doesn't even exist. Okay? So be very careful. I'm warning you now. But the haters are planning their parade. They're getting exactly what they want. So tread very carefully on this here internet. And I know it's a circus, and not everybody's a clown in the circus, but the clowns, when I mean like you're not a clown, but like you're like, the clowns would be the people who don't know much about football, right? Don't talk football tomorrow. Leave it up to us, okay? Like, don't talk football. Don't try to defend them. It's okay. The best way for you to get through this parade, the best way to do that is to just accept whatever they're saying. That's it. Be like, you know what? You're right. He didn't play well. He was terrible. He took too many sacks. He threw too many interceptions. If you accept whatever they're saying, trust me, ain't much they can say if you're accepting what they're saying, because they want you to react. That's the whole point of this thing. I'm trying to help somebody out here, okay? They want you to react so they can keep drilling it. You know what I'm saying? So just the quicker you accept what they're saying, the better it's going to be for all of us. Don't try to talk football. Don't try to kill them with stats of last week. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to bring up stats of last week. Don't do that. They're going to say it's a terrible team that played, but when every time he plays a good team, he doesn't do anything well. Just say, you're right. He played terribly. He took too many sacks. He got too many interceptions. You're right on this one. I ain't got nothing for you. You're right. And you might even become friends. Like I'm friends with some of the haters around here. Me and Peter, we're cool. Just accept it. It is what it is. He played terribly. He was terrible today. He was terrible. Shedeur was terrible. Even me, a big fan of Shedeur, he was terrible today. Okay? Accept it and move on. Live your life. First down. God bless. He's moving the ball. There's 10 minutes left. He's moving the ball. This is what we want, okay? We cool, right, Peter? We're cool? Oh, man. Don't block anybody. No, don't be in the game of blocking people. You don't want to do that. The only time you block somebody is when like they're being belligerent and they're calling you out of your name. If there are football people that just want to hate, like Peter, he's the president of the Haters Club, it's okay. Let them talk. We all talking. Let them have their say. Don't block everybody that doesn't agree with you, because how do you learn from life and other people if you're just blocking everybody? Yo, that dude just handed the ball off. He caught the interception and said, man, look, I'm not as fast as you. I'm just going to hand the ball back to you. You go get the touchdown. Wow, that's unselfish. He threw another interception. It's over. They're going to kill him tomorrow. It's over. It's over. They're going to kill him. He's done. 3 interceptions, I believe. He's cooked. They got him. It's over. He floated the ball. That's what I'm saying. Like, everything is fanning. And they're starting to pick that up. He's trusted Fanning, and Fanning is the only person that's catching the ball, and then he keeps going back to him. And it's like rookie mistakes. Man, he made so many rookie mistakes today. Was that 2 interceptions or 3? Man, I think is that 3 interceptions? Can somebody help me out? Was that 3 interceptions or 2? Oh, 3 interceptions. Wow. Yeah, he's cooked. He's done. They're going to cook him tomorrow. Man, the rookie mistakes that he's making, that was a rookie mistake. That one right there, that was a rookie mistake. That is there's only one receiver you trust, and you're trying too hard to make a play with him. And those NFL guys, they know these are veterans. So y'all got it right, aunties and uncles. We're staying away from the internet tomorrow, and if you must be out there defending Shedeur, please just accept that he was terrible today. The faster and quicker you accept that he was terrible today, you will be better off. Do not try to bring up no stats from the Raiders or anybody else, okay? Because this is going to be a bloodbath tomorrow. I told y'all he had to be magical in the fourth quarter. With the last 10 minutes, he was moving the ball, and then he threw an interception. So 3 interceptions, it's a wrap, bro. People want him traded. The Cleveland shows, all of the people with the Cleveland media, they're all going to jump ship. They want him. They want a first round quarterback. Mendoza is going to be their guy because they don't have no backbone. The Cleveland media has zero backbone. None of them know anything. They are at the mercy of whatever the Browns organization says. So, nobody going to trade for him. Oh, that's where you got it wrong. Judon said, no, Judon, you're not one of the clowns in the circus. Judon, you know football, so you're not running from nobody. See, me and you, we're going to be out here talking because we know what's happening. I'm trying to get the aunties and uncles that wear the clown hats, meaning you're not like social, you're not a social clown, but in the circus, the clowns are the ones that, the football clowns are the ones that don't know football. So I just want people to get the analogy. We are a circus. The Shedeur fan base is a circus. Not everybody in the circus is a clown, but the clowns, the analogy or the association of the clowns are the ones that don't know football, but they try their best to try to talk. Those are the clowns. All right. As long as you can put it in perspective, then you're not going to take it personally because you already know how the circus goes. Within the circus, there are different characters. The ones that they consider the clowns are the ones that try to talk football and don't know much about the game, but they're here to protect Shedeur, the man. All right? You're known as the clowns. I'm just your guy trying to explain it to you so you understand how you're going to be treated. So for all of our clown people, meaning like the people that don't know much about football, agree. If you must tweet, if you must be in the chat rooms, remember, accept what they're saying. That's it. Don't make no excuses. Don't try to rewrite it. Don't do nothing. Just accept it and watch how they move. Just say, you're right. He played terribly. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to rest my case on that. If you don't do it, then whatever comes out of that is on you, not on me. The said Shedeur was starting for the rest of the season. So if they bench him, as you're saying, Peter, then yeah, I mean, then they know. If you don't like Shedeur and you want Shedeur to not play or be your quarterback, and you want somebody else, and you're Cleveland and you're keeping Stefanski, they didn't set up Shedeur. I think people were on injuries. And look, let me put this up that Peter just put up, right? So listen, this is what you're going to be arguing tomorrow, all of the clowns or all of the aunties that don't know football. Clown don't sound right for y'all because I don't think y'all understand when I'm saying clown, I don't think y'all are taking it the way that I'm saying it. Like, yeah, I mean, I think most people come for the clowns, but y'all not taking it correctly. But anyway, this is what y'all going to be arguing tomorrow, and I'm gonna show y'all. This is what y'all going to be arguing. A conspiracy. This is going to be your argument. Do not put conspiracy in the chat tomorrow. Don't say they set them up tomorrow. They didn't play the ones. Don't say that tomorrow. Accept it. Because to them, when Shedeur plays terrible teams, they say whatever he gets from playing those terrible teams, it doesn't count. But they also do not take the fact that when Shedeur does not have his number one offensive line to protect him, that doesn't matter to them. Remember, these are not people who are arguing based on stuff that matters. They don't care. It's good, bad, loss, win. That's it. So I'm just trying to set it up for y'all. You're going to be out there wasting your energy. Oh, it was a conspiracy. He was not playing with the ones. He was playing with the second and third stringers. And you're going to be out there trying your little heart, trying to type it out all you can. Right? Slide. Good job, Shedeur. Good job. You see what I'm saying? So you're going to be arguing your little heart out. You're on your little phone and you're trying. You're so angry. You're supposed to be at work trying to make sure that you're making money for your employer. But because you must be, socially responsible for your own, well-being, because a lot of us, we know that depression is real. So, we have to be somewhere where we can have some type of social life. So here we are at work, but then we read something that just gets our attention and we're like, oh no way. You're not going to get away with this. Oh no, I'm going to get you back. So while you were supposed to be making money for your employer, this is what you're going to be doing tomorrow. Okay. And you're going to be topping your little heart out. It was a conspiracy. He was set up. He was playing with the ones. He was playing with the twos and the threes. Caleb Williams had his first team defense and his first team offense, and he was getting protection. And Shedeur wasn't getting no protection. I know how you are. I know who you are, and I know what you're going to do tomorrow. So I'm trying to help you out, okay? All right. And I know what you're going to be doing tomorrow. So I'm trying to help you out. Oh, no, he didn't have his first team. So I'm going to let you know. I'm going to give you a little bit of my heart. And then they're going to say something back. And then you're going to get personal. They'll be like, oh, you're fat anyways. And then it gets personal. And now here you are. When you're supposed to be making money for your employer, now you're all angry. You're all upset. And now you're out of your pocket. And now you're doing a whole lot. You're doing too much. The run game is not working at all. So hopefully I'm helping somebody out there, okay? Judge Shedeur by the things that Shedeur does well. Shedeur can play this game, man. Like, he needs protection. That's what it's all about. That's how you judge a quarterback. Like when he's protected, when he's being rushed, what does he do? Does he just fold or does he try to extend the play? He did on that one. He holds the ball too long, good and bad. You know what I'm saying? Good and bad. Like he held the ball way too long. He could have taken a sack there, but he held it long enough to be able to make a play. When he makes a play, then it's good. But when he does get sacked, then it's bad. So I just want to let y'all know, like, you got to take the good and the bad when it comes to that. But this is a bad day for Shedeur. Ain't no way you're going to be able to spin this. Ain't nobody going to be able to spin it any good way. They only scored 3 points. You know what I'm saying? Like, Shedeur has to score a touchdown at least. One was taken away, but he got to score one. All right, first down, we're moving the ball. We got to score a touchdown to, like, you know, he cannot throw another interception. If he throws another interception, I don't know that he plays the rest of the season. Because then they got to go back to Dillon Gabriel. And he's a game manager. Dillon Gabriel's just going to manage the game, and that's it. And then, because that's all you got to do is just manage the game. They're not trying to win, it's obvious. The play calling is still vanilla. You can see it. Run, pass, run, pass. You know what I'm saying? It's vanilla. Run, pass, run, pass. Like, if a DC in the NFL does not pick up the run, pass and make adjustments to catch interceptions, then he's not a good defensive coordinator in the NFL. But you can see the vanilla play calling. Run, pass. Run, pass. Like, come on, bro. How would I rate Shedeur's game management today? He didn't manage the game that well today. Shedeur did not manage the game today. He took too many sacks. First of all, one mistake, yeah. But you hold the ball 2 or 3 times and you're taking those sacks. The one last one that he did the last time, that was the worst one, because I'm like, bro, you had 3 solid reads and you took a sack after your 3rd solid read? Even one of your biggest supporters will look at that and be like, son, what you doing? Like, what? Like, nobody talking to you in your camp? Like, ain't nobody talking to you, bro? Like, bro, you had time to get 3 solid reads in the NFL, and after that, you took a sack? Yeah, bro. You keep doing that, and your NFL career is going to be very short. Yeah, because that's you barely get 2 reads in the NFL. You got to 3 reads and you took a sack after the 3rd read? Almost made it to your 4th read and you took a sack? Even I can't help you with that. Ain't no argument I can make to help you with that. So, yeah, they're going to get him. They're going to get him tomorrow. We'll try our best, the people that can hold him upright. We're going to try our best. We're going to be out there in the chats. I'm going to be on Twitter, YouTube, talking to folks, because I watch the game. I'm watching the game and I'm watching every throw. I'm watching every situation, and I know how it's supposed to be evaluated. The Cleveland media do not know how to evaluate football. They don't know how to do that. They're just a bunch of people who are win-losses. They don't know how to evaluate, because what they've been saying the whole entire time is that Shedeur has to win some of these games. And I'm like, okay, so you're evaluating Shedeur based on wins and losses. You're not evaluating on his quarterback play. And then they keep putting out these feeders like, should the Cleveland Browns draft another quarterback? And I'm looking at that and I'm like, and I'm specifically talking about the Dogs podcast, okay? Just for anybody that wants to know. For those guys, and then the other guys that's on the radio, I get their clips all the time. Like, they dominate my timeline. And then I get Mary Kay as well. None of those people know how to evaluate nothing. I'm straight up. They don't know how to evaluate. Because Dillon Gabriel was a supercomputer that needed all snaps. What do you know? If you are a computer person like I am, what do you know about a supercomputer? A computer that can process faster than any other computer out there. A supercomputer. How you evaluate somebody as a supercomputer, but they need every single snap in order for them to be right, to be ready? Ain't no way you a supercomputer. If you a supercomputer, then let's say that there's 121 snaps. If you're a supercomputer, you just need 100 snaps. And those 21 other snaps, you don't need them because you're a supercomputer. Your processor is fast, and you get it. Because each play, you probably run over each play maybe a couple of times. And if you like, let's go back over that one. Oh, okay, I got it. Boom. Okay, we don't need to do that again. I got it. I know it. I'm just trying to tell y'all how. Judon said, Harry B., you just said he had to do something spectacular. Spectacular has to be unusual by definition. There's nothing spectacular about throwing the ball away. I think you're misunderstanding me. Like, you throw the ball away so you can do something spectacular. That's the whole point. Yeah, thank you, Coach CJ. That's what I'm saying. The whole point is you want another opportunity to do something spectacular. If you don't get the opportunity to do something spectacular, then that's the whole point I'm making, Judon. You throw the ball away so you can have another chance. If you keep taking sacks, that's taking you backwards. So it's not smart. He has to get a touchdown here. Nobody's there. Nobody knew that that's what was going on. Nobody knew that the ball was going in the corner. Bro, we did this last week. Lamb PS says, yes, he's going to learn. Hey, Lamb, you're not one of the clowns in the circus. You're one of the people that you're like one of those people. Maybe you ride a motorcycle in the circus, or you're on a horseback, or you're like the elephant wrangler. Throw it away. Thank you for throwing it away. See, you throw it away so that you can get another opportunity. So yeah, Lamb PS, he's a rookie. Everybody knows that a rookie needs time to process. A rookie needs time to learn the game. But the people that hate him don't care about that. He has to get it right now. That's the whole thing, Lamb. You see what I'm saying? Like, Caleb had a whole year in the NFL. He's a veteran now. Well, he's a 1-year veteran. But yeah, he's a 1-year veteran. Shedeur Sanders this is his what, 5th or 6th game? It's 4th down. We got to go for it. We got nothing to lose. We got to go for it. What plays are we calling? Did we run the ball at least one time? Why we didn't run the ball in the red zone? Why we didn't run the ball one time? What? This is Wild Dog said this is his 4th start. Why we didn't run the ball 1st, 2nd, and 3rd? Bro, what are we doing? Oh, we want the ball in Shedeur's hands now? Oh, it's the coaching. We didn't run. I bet you. Watch them come and try to run the ball here. The whole world knows you're going to try to run the ball here. We're not going for we can't go for a field goal, obviously. The whole world knows you're probably going to try to run it here. Score touchdowns, Shedeur. You got to score a touchdown. You got to throw it, Shedeur. He took the sack. Shedeur took a sack on 4th down. Ain't no way. Ain't no way you're taking a sack on the 4th down, bro. You got to throw the ball. It doesn't matter. Yeah. Rookie. 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 Oh, they're going to cook him. Oh, he about to get cooked. Woo! Boy, they're going to cook you like Nigerian jollof. Oh, you're going to get cooked. Oh, bring on Oh my gosh. It's a wrap. Bring him on. Bro, I've said this when he was at Colorado. Shedeur, somebody has to tell you, somebody has to be in your camp to tell you when it is fourth down, you have to get the ball out of your hands. I know in your brain you're saying, well, that ain't going to work, where that ain't going to work, where that ain't going to work, and you're going to run out of time. But you don't know if it's going to work because you didn't throw it. You never knew. You just kept saying, that ain't going to work, that ain't going to work, this ain't going to work, that ain't going to give me the touchdown. But how are we supposed to know? I appreciate it, 23. How are we supposed to know that it ain't going to work if you never get it out of your hands? It's fourth down. You'd rather take the sack than give your guy a chance to see if it's going to work or not. That's a rookie. He did the same thing in Colorado. He did the same thing in Colorado, bro. Bro, we were going for it on 4th and 1. We go for it on 4th and 1, and Shedeur, in order for him not to get an incompletion or whatever he's thinking in his mind on those plays, rather for him to throw the ball, he would take a sack on a 4th and 1 situation. Shedeur, you know that on a 4th and 1, we don't have another chance, right? So I don't care what happens. They're going to get the ball back, but at least give us a chance and throw it there. If they get the ball back, at least it's further down. It's like we punt it anyways, but we don't have a chance if on 4th and 1, you don't throw it. It's 4th down. You got to throw it. It's under no circumstance should you not throw it. Under no circumstance on a 4th down play, the ball stays in your hand. I don't know how somebody hasn't told you that since Colorado. I counted at least four downs we went on in Colorado. Deion Sanders decided to go for it on 4th and 1, and I counted at least 3 or 4 times where Shedeur took a sack as opposed to just liven the ball up so that he can give his teammates an opportunity. And he decided it was okay. I didn't like the reads. I'm just going to keep the ball and take a sack. Bruh, he's still doing that. And this is the NFL, bro. Like, it's the last play of the game. Lob it up. Throw it up. Even if you get an interception, boy, nothing's happening. Get the incompletion. Stop trying to be a hero. Throw the ball to the guy. He's open. He's right there. Throw the ball, Shedeur. On other notes, the Washington Commanders beat my New York Giants, 21-29. Jackson Dart, 20 of 36, 246 yards, 2 touchdowns. So, man. Yeah, Coach CJ, if he throws it, it might be the flag. You never know. Anything is possible, but the one thing we can't do, the one thing you cannot do is take a sack. You got to throw it. Like, do not take a sack. Like, bruh, like your brother played football. Both of your brothers play football. Your dad is a coach. One of the best to ever do it. None of them has ever sat you down to say, Shedeur, if we go for it on 4th down, I don't care what happens. You cannot keep the ball in your hands. You have to throw it. If it's a throw pass, Shedeur, do not take a sack. Just throw it. If it's an interception, we'll eat that. But you got to, none of those guys in his life ever sat him down and say, Shedeur, don't take a sack on 4th down? And why am I saying this? I'm saying this because Shedeur has done it 4 times. 4 times he took a sack on a 4th down situation. Shedeur, nobody never told you, Shedeur, under no circumstance should the ball stay in your hands and you go down on a 4th down. You got to throw it. Whether you throw it away, you throw it in the direction of a receiver, or you lob it up to see if there's going to be like a Hail Mary situation and see if they can fight for it. Nobody's never told Shedeur that? Man. Wow. So, okay, now we got the terrible game, the terrible full game start. I think I would say this is going to be the worst start he's had to date. So we got that under our belt now. This is good. This is really good. And I'll tell you why it's good. The Raiders are arguing on my televisions, people. Number 98 and number 45 are arguing. This is not a good thing when your team is arguing, okay? But I'm getting spam, guys. Excuse me. Let me block this spammer. You block them, and then they come back with a new name. All right, so we got the worst game, I think, the worst start to date on books. All right, we got it out of our system. He's going to get cooked. He's going to get fried in the media. It's going to be ugly. Oh, it's going to be ugly tomorrow. It's going to be ugly today because the clips, because now you're going to have game reactions, people that are doing game reactions. Maybe I should stop the broadcast so I can say, let me come back on here and call this one game recap so I can have a tape. Nah, I'm just going to keep going. I'll do my reaction in this here, in the entire broadcast, even though we're 2 hours in. I don't know how many people. Maybe I'll just cut out the reaction part. So here, let me just do it this way. What's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for joining me here on TLP Sports Club. I'll go by the name of Harry B. The B means billion. Here is the Shedeur Sanders game recap against the Chicago Bears. Okay, here it goes. Caleb Williams played like a very seasoned pro. All right. He had the protection. He made all the right throws. He took a few sacks, but Caleb Williams looked very good. When Shedeur played him in college, they went back and forth. Shedeur has some protection at Colorado, so he was able to get some passes off. This time, Shedeur didn't have much protection with the Cleveland Browns, and he couldn't get that many passes off. He threw a few ducks, got a few passes off, but he looked terrible. He took at least 2 or 3 sacks on purpose. Could have been 4 or 5. He threw 3 interceptions. It was terrible. But here's the good side to that. The good side to Shedeur Sanders today is that the game is slowing down for Shedeur. Not too many people are going to make this assessment. I'm going to tell you the good takeaways from this game. I watched the entire game, so keep in mind, if you're just joining me, I'm going to give you a fair assessment of the game. Something you're not going to get everywhere. Because I'm not a Shedeur hater. I am a Shedeur supporter. But I'm not the type of supporter that glazes and he can't do no wrong. I'm the type of supporter where I believe Shedeur can do good. And I pray and wish for for him doing good. I don't pray against his downfall. You know what I'm saying? So understand Shedeur is still a rookie. I want everybody to take a deep breath and understand he's still a rookie. And this, according to Wild Dog Media, Shedeur Sanders, I believe this will be his 4th start. Within his four starts, Shedeur has looked decent. If you're judging quarterback play, he's poised. He's a playmaker. He can put the ball where the ball needs to be at. If he has protection, he can thread the ball and get it to the place, to the right place. The mistakes that he makes is the fact that he holds onto the ball too long. He took a couple of sacks in this game that he did not have to take. One sack was at a point where Shedeur had at least time to make 3 solid reads on a receiver. Well, you know what? Yes, the last sack he took, and I think it's 4 sacks, by the way. The last sack he took was at the end of the game, at the end of regulation. Shedeur had an opportunity. They were in the red zone. Shedeur has an opportunity to pass the ball to 2 open receivers. Because they were not in the end zone, and he thought in his mind that he was not going to get a touchdown so people can, I guess, praise him, he decided not to throw to those receivers. He ran around, tried to duck the defender, try to get loose. Instead of getting those first 2 reads, he took a sack instead. I'm going to count those as rookie mistakes. The haters are not. But those are rookie mistakes. Those are fixable things. Holding on to the ball too long, trying to do too much, are mistakes that are ingrained in his bloodstream. His dad allowed him to do that. We're going to blame Deion Sanders for that. Because you should have taken the time to make sure that your son was not making those mistakes often. So you should have, there had to be times where you teach him to get rid of the ball. Because Shedeur had, I don't know what the accountability was for Shedeur holding on to the ball too long, because it's something that we have all seen far too long with Colorado, and his dad was the head coach. So what happened to the accountability? All we know is that Shedeur was good for Deion Sanders, and he holds on to the ball. Did they ever work on that? I don't know. But that's fixable in the NFL. He is the Cleveland Browns' first quarterback, if they are willing to work with him. I don't know anybody coming out of college. I'll put this graphic up. I don't know anybody coming out of college who has the completion rating better than Shedeur. If you see right there the current guy that they're talking about, first it was Arch Manning. Now it's Mendoza from the Indiana Hoosiers with my guy Cignetti. Google him if you don't know who Cignetti is. That's what he told us. When he came onto the scene, he said, Google me. He won the Big Ten championship. And in about 5 days, we're going to go to the playoffs. 71.5. Shedeur Sanders came out of college with 74%. That also had to do with him holding on to the ball because he would not take incompletions. He'd rather take a sack. 56 was the number. 56 or more. For the sake of accuracy or whatever. So he has a lot to learn. The haters are going to say he's terrible. He doesn't belong in the NFL because of those mistakes. The thing you have to understand about quarterbacks is each person has their thing. Shedeur has a lot to learn from, but each quarterback has mistakes that they make. Even the most trained and most experienced veterans, they still make certain mistakes. They still make certain throws that they're not supposed to make. So just know that this coming week, we're gonna deal with it. The Archos of the world from the Speak Easy podcast, the Stephen A. Smiths of the world that have to get the big headlines, the Dogs podcast from Cleveland, those who are on the radio, and all of those people, they're going to have a lot to say. The Cleveland media, Mary Kay included, their beat writer, and all of the other Cleveland media folks, they are going to be harping on the terrible game that Shedeur played, and they're going to be asking for, or they're going to be talking about the fact that The Cleveland Browns need to find their quarterback in the NFL draft. But I have it on your screen right there. Okay? I have it on your screen. This is the proposed person that they're hoping to get in the NFL draft if he happens to fall in the first round and when they're up on the board and somebody doesn't snatch him up, because there was 5 teams in the NFL that needed quarterbacks in 2025 when Shedeur Sanders was on the scene. Well, in 2024, right? In 2025, I believe there's going to be more than 10 teams that need quarterbacks. All right? Because it's not looking too good. If you look around the league, it ain't looking too good. So there's a lot of teams that are going to need quarterbacks. It's only 32 teams, but 10 of those teams, 8 to 10 of those teams are going to need quarterbacks. So Mendoza is coming up. Remember, this is what I want you to remember. Remember, if you look at Dylan Gabriel coming from Oregon, some of these top schools, these blue bloods, I don't know if you can call Indiana a blue blood for college football. I doubt it. But you're seeing all the glitz and the glam, and you're seeing these guys put up some unbelievable amount of numbers. And you're looking at it like, oh, yeah, that's our quarterback. Remember that Dylan Gabriel came out of Oregon. Remember that all of these glitz and glam, the golden, the shining stars that you're seeing, they all came out of college. Remember that Jackson Dart came out of college, just took another L today. Remember, please, that Cam Ward came from Miami. So while everything looks so glitzy and glammy, while the grass is greener in that whole new shining quarterback, that quarterback has to come and play in the system that Shedeur is currently struggling in. So if you put that quarterback that looks so nice from the Hoosiers, Mendoza, take him out of his comfort zone with the Hoosiers, put him in the dysfunctional system of the Cleveland Browns, and tell me if he's going to produce better than what Shedeur is doing. Because let's take the pass that Jerry Jeudy missed. Shedeur put the pass, it was a back, it was a pass where only you had to put it in a space where only the wide receiver can catch it. That pass was perfectly placed by Shedeur Sanders. It hit Jerry Jeudy's arm in his chest, and Jerry Jeudy missed that touchdown pass. The defender took the pass away, and it was called an interception. Those are the type of things that are going to happen when Mendoza come into the situation. The wide receivers are not going to all of a sudden change. They're not going to be all of a sudden better. All of a sudden, they're not going to be protecting. All of a sudden, they're not going to be protecting because they got Mendoza. I don't know what's going on with the defense. They 2 weeks ago, they were ranked the number second, the second defense in the daggone NFL. Now they're looking like the worst defense in the NFL. I don't know what's happening. So please remember that while you're looking for your next quarterback, the next nice, shiny, gold star quarterback, remember they have to play in this system. You can bring and drop any quarterback you want in this system. If you know the history of quarterbacks with the Cleveland Browns, then you would probably tread carefully by saying Mendoza should come here. You should tread very carefully when you say, oh, the Cleveland Browns need to draft another quarterback because Shedeur's not it. You should go and watch this game again. Watch my broadcast again. When I'm telling you at certain plays and certain times in the game where Shedeur's making the passes right in the hands of Fanning, right in the hands of Jeudy, and they're dropping those passes. Will they catch it when it's Mendoza? Will they catch it when it's Joe Flacco? Did they catch it when it was Dylan Gabriel? They didn't. Shedeur's going to be a good quarterback in this league. but he has to be with an organization and around in a system that believes in him. The problem is when somebody doesn't believe in you, they keep setting criteria that are outside of your control. The Cleveland media are setting criteria, and they're the talking people that talk for the industry. And sometimes those talks leaks to the front office, and it poisons the water. Just like all of the narratives that we heard during the draft, it poisons the water, right? So here we are talking about Shedeur Sanders, and I believe that nobody in Cleveland knows how to evaluate football. I'm throwing a blanket that is bigger than any blanket you can get. A prime Tom Brady couldn't win with the Browns. Casey, you on point with that. OG Powers, what up with you? I'm sorry to try to. I got time today. What up with you? I'm sorry. I'm kind of like in a groove, so I'm not reading everything. I'm not interacting with y'all, but I just wanted to get this out. I wanted to get my evaluation out because I might have to cut this part out and just make it a specific video, a reaction video for the game. So that's why I'm kind of like trying to get it in like this. So please forgive me if I'm not interacting with y'all in the chat. All right. But I want y'all to remember that the Cleveland media, I'm throwing a blanket statement. Okay, let me put this on the screen. I'm throwing out a blanket statement straight up. The Cleveland media do not know how to evaluate football. That's an indictment. That's a blanket statement. I'm telling you straight up. They don't know how to evaluate football. They don't. None of them do. Mary Kay. I forget the name of the radio guys. Those two guys that's on the radio. And I'm looking straight at y'all. I don't care if y'all watching. Y'all don't know how to evaluate football. And y'all can come back at me and say, I don't know anything about football. That's fine. I'm totally cool with it. But I know how to evaluate things, and I can tell you what you need to be looking for, because you don't need to be looking at this point. Y'all don't need to be looking for another quarterback. You guys need to start building your team. This is the way that you evaluate football. Y'all don't know how to do this. The reason why your organization, the Cleveland Browns organization, sucks is because of all of y'all. The entire Cleveland community, all of y'all don't know anything about football. Y'all don't know how to evaluate talent, and y'all don't know, and the people that talk about the talent, they don't know how to evaluate talent. So the talent comes there, you treat them terribly, and then they end up leaving and being great somewhere else. How long should we have to do this and deal with y'all for all of y'all to understand that none of y'all know about any of this? It starts from the top and it goes all the way down to even the YouTubers. Y'all don't know how to do this. Maybe not all of the YouTubers, because I like G. Bush, right? And I like that chef kid. I like him. So not the YouTubers. Let me not pick on the YouTubers. Let me go to the bigger media people. Y'all don't know how to do this. Y'all are terrible at this. Okay? Y'all don't know how to do this. There was one guy from the Dogs, not the Dogs, but on the radio. This guy like literally admitted that when Shedeur put up the 300 yards and became the rookie of the week, he admitted on the radio that he was changing his mind about Shedeur, because all of that stuff that he was saying about Shedeur, it's what the Cleveland Browns organization put out there about Shedeur. So I commented and I said, wait a minute. You mean you are on the radio? You guys are one of the prominent people that people listen to when they get up in their car on a Monday morning, even on a Sunday. I don't know if they broadcast on Sundays, but on a Monday morning, after they took all that snow off of their cars and they've done everything they had to do when they get their coffee and their donuts or whatever y'all Americans eat in the morning, your eggs and bagels or whatever, everything bagel. Raise your hand if you do everything bagel. Anyway, that's not important, okay? Listen to what I'm telling you. After they get in their car, they turn on to the Cleveland Browns radio station for some football commentary, and this guy had a nerve to admit to say, I did not mean what I was saying. Those things that I was telling you came from the Cleveland Browns organization. I was flabbergasted. Because I'm like, we depend on you for information, and you're telling me that you did not have an independent thought for yourself? Are you kidding me? And I wanted to say the S word, but I'm a nice Christian man, and I try not to cuss in front of other people. I only cuss when I'm by myself, because cussing releases stress. I be dropping F-bombs, because the Bible tells me, because the cussing is about when you cuss, it does not bring edification to the person that's listening. So I'm not like schizophrenic. I'm not like two people, right? I hope I'm not. So when I cuss to myself, it's releasing stress. So I drop F-bombs to myself. I would not cuss in front of nobody else because of the Bible. It's a little weird, I know. But please forgive me. I'm working on me. The Holy Spirit is still working on me. So I'm like, wait a minute. This guy just admitted that he was not an independent thinker. So the whole Cleveland media is out there, not the whole thing, but just for entertainment's sake, I'm bunching all of y'all together. Y'all are all like Jags, just some guys. Y'all don't know nothing about football. Because you're asking for another QB. Don't put that nonsense out there. You are the Cleveland media, and you're supposed to be making a case for Shedeur. You're supposed to be saying, hey, guys, stop the search. We got our guy. Because if you put it out there, you're not knowing that your voice is in Cleveland, the fan base, and everybody's going to hear about it. People are going to take sides. People who don't know football that well, casuals, are going to be like, maybe he's right. Because sometimes you can be talking junk and it can sound right. It can sound favorable. That's why you don't talk about certain things, because people are looking for commentary on certain things, and they're looking for somebody to make sense to what they're thinking, feeling, and seeing for themselves. Not everybody out here is smart enough to understand and ascertain. That was that word again. My favorite word, because it has ass in it. Not everybody can make up their mind. So we go to commentary. We need somebody to help us out. So when you keep saying, should we draft? Y'all put out those feeders on Twitter or everybody else, everywhere else. I get my stuff mostly from Twitter. The stuff that I post from these media outlets, Mary Kay and those videos. When you keep putting it out there, should we draft? Should we draft? It's poisoning the water. If you knew how to evaluate talent, if you knew how to evaluate Shedeur. By the way, who else is in here? Let me make sure that nobody knew. Pinky, what's up with you? Hope all is well. Anybody new here? Please forgive me if I'm ignoring y'all. So then you need to cuss more often, because I be thinking you about to stroke out. I know, man. Yo, those veins start popping out. I want to cuss so bad. I'll be like, oh, let me drop an F-bomb here. Nah, man. Can't be a Christian man cussing. Anyway. Nah, man, because, okay, if they knew how to evaluate talent, at this point, you're like, oh, we need 7 more games. I'm listening to these people, and I'm like, oh, they're arguing all day, like, oh, we need 7 more games to evaluate and see who Shedeur is. But I'll be saying, like, yo, wait a minute. How come you didn't say that about Dylan Gabriel? Like, he was your starter. You didn't need 7 more games to see whether he was going to be your starter or not. Like, you just went with it. He's the supercomputer. What the heck? Windows 96? You know what I'm saying? You got mail. Like, what in the world? What are we doing? If you knew how to evaluate quarterbacks, then this is what you would do. You would look for these couple of things. I'm about to tell you. Can he throw the ball under pressure? Yes. Okay. Can the ball get to where it needs to get to? Yes. Okay. When there is no pressure, does he throw the ball accurately? Yes, he does. Okay. Can he extend the play when he's under pressure? Oh, we know that. We saw that last week. Okay. So you have 2 games to evaluate. Same quarterback, 2 games. last week's game and this game, the Chicago Bears game. The last week's game and this game, the Chicago Bears game. Last week was good. This week was terrible. Put those two games together. How do you evaluate this? The way that the Cleveland Browns media is going to handle this is there's going to be a lot of I told you so's, because people still have their biases, right? They're still biased. They don't understand who this quarterback is, even though we're getting quarterbacks from the college, the universities in America. That's how the NFL is set up. We have a draft system. You take 2 to 3, sometimes 4 to 6 years, in Dylan Gabriel's case, to evaluate this person. That's how the teams do their thing. You evaluate them from college. So I don't know that a quarterback has to play 7 NFL games for you to evaluate them. The evaluation process is in college. That's for every quarterback that's in the NFL. We evaluate them from college. So now that you got Shedeur, it's a different set of standards for Shedeur? How? He came from college just like everybody else. Cam Ward, Jackson Dart, Tyler Shug, Dylan Gabriel. If you look at their O-lines, you can make the argument to say, well, a lot of those guys had a better O-line than Shedeur did. So with his 4,000 yards, if we put this graphic back up, so with his 4,000 yards and his 74% completion rating, his 37 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, we can say that Shedeur Sanders made the best out of his poor situation, because we're coming from college. Ain't nowhere else we get the evaluation from. We're not evaluating high school ball. High school, you got a bunch of coaches that are just trying to pay their bills, and when they get an athletic person, they give the ball to them. They don't know anything about nothing. They just give, well, as some of these football schools maybe, but I'm talking about the normal football, high school football. Maybe not the Texas and the and the Floridas, but for the most part, the high schools around the country, a coach is praying for an athletic person. And when they come, they just say, give the ball to that guy, let him run. That's it. So when they get to college, they got a lot to learn. And then if they're not learning at college, then they come to the NFL, and now the NFL they have to learn, and that's the indictment against Shedeur, that he came from high school just saying, oh, he's good, he can throw, great, just throw the ball, Shedeur. So he didn't get no learning from that. He gets to college, his dad is his coach. His dad's like, I'm trying to win some games so I can stay here at Colorado and collect that $10 million check or that $11 million check. Shedeur, throw the ball. So maybe he was just throwing the ball. Who knows? He wasn't learning defenses, and he wasn't learning how to read pre-snap defenses and NFL system. Maybe he wasn't doing that. Who knows? Maybe that's why Sean Lewis trying to help him to understand that stuff. Maybe Coach Prime fired him because he's like, look, my son is about to go to the NFL. You ain't about to ruin his career and his chances. Get up out of here. Who knows? I ain't saying that happened. I'm just saying maybe that's a possibility. And the Cleveland Browns are trying to help him to get there. He's still holding on to the ball, taking sacks. He's still throwing the ball in places that he ain't supposed to throw it. He's still trying to do too much. He can learn. But when you're the Cleveland media and you're out there and y'all keep saying the same thing week after week, loss after loss, it makes you look incompetent, because you guys are the ones that we're looking to. Some of us that don't even live in Cleveland, we're on the internet trying to find information about the temperature of Shedeur and how are they thinking about Shedeur out there in Cleveland. So we're looking to you Cleveland media people to give us valid information, solid information, not this dysfunctional schizophrenic nonsense that y'all keep giving us. Nothing solid is coming out of Cleveland. We literally have to go to the internet. We literally have to go to the YouTubers to get something solid. The big media don't know nothing about this. Nothing about this football evaluations. Because every week is, oh man, maybe we should just draft another good quarterback. Bruh, do you know this about Cleveland? The last, I don't know, 8 or 10 Cleveland quarterbacks out of there have been some of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, or have been some of the best quarterbacks that have come out of the college ranks. And year after year, they keep drafting more and more quarterbacks. 10 quarterbacks playing at the same time. Within the same year. And when you look at it, you're like, Heisman, number one. What? And y'all can't get it right. So all of y'all, I'm indicting the entire Cleveland, city of Cincinnati, anybody that's near Cleveland. I'm taking all of y'all and I'm saying none of y'all know anything about football. Come get me. I don't care. I go by the name of Harry B, and I ain't afraid of none of y'all. Come get me. I say none of y'all know anything about football. Prove it to me that you know. Because how many years you had Baker Mayfield? Y'all even had Odell Beckham Jr. over there in Cleveland. Johnny Manziel. Bernie Kosar. Come on now. We can go all the way back to Bernie. Even though my man, Wild Dog Media be calling him Bernie Sanders. I'm sorry, Wild Dog. I had to throw you under the bus a little bit for that. We can go all the way back to Bernie Kosar. Y'all don't know how to handle nothing. The way y'all talk about him, the way the organization deals with them, y'all don't know how to deal with these people. So now y'all want Mendoza to come into that. And listen, if I was Mendoza and he's Spanish, I would say, yo quiero, no speaker football English. Que pasa lechuga? Agua, no agua, no Cleveland. You know, because every now and then, you know, Spanish people they'll be speaking Spanish and then they'll just throw in there some type of English. They'll be like, yo quiero Taco Bell, que pasa, yo lechuga, no Cleveland, no Cleveland, no Cleveland. Yeah. And then they'll be like, then it goes to all English, like, yeah, I don't want to go to Cleveland. Yo, man. Yeah, like, look, yo, I don't want to go to Cleveland, okay? Let's just put it straight up. I'm not going to no Cleveland. I don't want to go to Cleveland now because you don't have an offensive line and you don't have a wide receivers that can catch the ball. You know, you're not about to ruin my legacy here. I'm trying my best Dominican, okay? You're not about to ruin my legacy here. No Cleveland, no quiero lechuga, agua no sé, okay? So I don't know if I just botched the whole Spanish language. I did something to it. Oh man. But for y'all Cleveland people to be asking for another quarterback, y'all don't deserve him. I'm just going to tell y'all straight up. Y'all do not deserve another top quarterback. I'm looking straight at y'all and say, y'all need to cut it out. First of all, y'all don't deserve Shedeur. That's number one, because of the way that y'all treated him. He's a top quarterback in your mix, and you're asking for another one. 23 said, I watched that team beat Cincy at home that year. That team with OBJ, Landry, Juco, Chubb was nice, and that's coming from a Bengals fan. Bro, They don't know how to do football in Cleveland. You in Cleveland too. Y'all don't know how to do football. The whole media. The media don't know how to talk about him. Just say, look, man, we got Shedeur. We see some good spots. We see some learning opportunities. If we give this young man time to in the off season to learn this game, get up to speed, and not treat him like he's some other guy, like he's a jag, right? If we just give this guy an opportunity and spend more time with him, let's get rid of Stefanski. Stefanski did something today that I ain't seen in a long time. In the beginning, he wasn't even saying Shedeur's name or even looking in his direction. But now he's actually touching Shedeur, like pause, right? But like he put his hands on Shedeur's shoulders. I was like, well, dang. He looked like a real coach for Shedeur. Is it possible they can work it out? Maybe he keeps his job. Maybe he keeps his job and then come around with Shedeur and say, all right, man, Shedeur's my guy. Let me go with Shedeur. I was like, can it be? For 1 second there, I was like, should we do it? Should we the fans let it happen? Could Stefanski can he work with Shedeur? Harry, deep down, I'm actually rooting for the kid. I just hate he's on Cleveland, to be honest. 23, you think I don't know this, bro? Like, come on, man. With all jokes aside, bro, Shedeur ain't got no haters. He just got disenfranchised people. That's how I call it. But it's people that really like want him to win, but it's like, you know, they can't get rid of the way they feel about how he acts and moves. I get it, bro. I get it. Hey, people are disenfranchised. They just feel some kind of way like, hey, man, look, move a little differently. Mendoza's Heisman speech was one of the best Heisman speeches, even though he seemed a little on the spectrum. I was like, why is that dude looking like that? Why is he moving like that? But whatever his case is, he had one of the best Heisman speeches I've ever heard because it was selfless. Nobody wants a selfish person. Nobody wants a showboater. I get it. I understand it. But I think it's a society that encourages showboating. You cannot get a showboater and then strip away who they are. You encourage showboating. You want that. You say, I want that. You want people to have the personality of a killer, but you don't want them to kill. Like, excuse me, YouTube, but that's what it is. Like, bro, if you encourage that, but yet you don't want it. You're like, hey, look at my house. My house is bigger than yours. Look at my car. I'm driving a better car than yours. The kids in high school, in the middle school, they start talking about my son. My son came home one day with this, broke my heart. This broke my heart. I remember because he used to like this one character online. I forget who it was, but is that kid that does all of the reaction videos. The reaction stuff where he reviews toys. Ryan, I think his name is Ryan. My son Micah, he loved Ryan. He went to school one year, and man, those kids tore him one good one. He went to school with his Ryan shoes on. Boy, they was like, why you don't have no Jordans? Why you ain't got this? I was so sad because I'm like, man, I'm trying to raise my son to have a personality, to be an individual like me, to really stand on his 10 toes, to stand up when things are wrong, when I make clothes look good. I'm the one that make the things that I wear. I decide to be the thing. I care more about my neighbors than I do how you think about clothes I wear. I'm trying to raise a solid human being here. And he was, man, my son was so sad that he didn't have on Reeboks or Jordans. They stripped away that individuality that he had. That fun he was having with his Ryan stuff, they stripped it away. So if we have a society where we encourage people to showboat. We encourage people to tell me that you better than me. Then how the heck when we create that, when somebody steps outside of that we created, we say, oh, no, we don't want you to be that. Then I'll be like, wait, what? You encourage that. Your house is bigger, remember? Your car's better, remember? Your shoes and your clothes are better, remember? You look better, remember? Remember, you're supposed to be better, remember? I got a better job than you, remember? I make more money than you, remember? Remember, that's what we do as a society? Then what happens when we get somebody that says, I'm better than that next guy? Then why is it all of a sudden then we want to go back to humility? Be humble. That's the thing about this society that I don't get. I don't understand it. It confuses the person that I am. I don't understand it, bro. How we encourage certain things in society, but then when we get somebody that exposes those things in us, then we say, oh no, we don't want that. And now it makes it hard for us to understand the person, because the person is a good person. It's a good kid. Shedeur's a really good kid. Like he don't do nothing bad. Like he's not out there robbing, stealing. He ain't no gun toting. What's the name? What's the kid from the Grizzlies? He ain't going around trying to shoot up his neighbor. He ain't doing none of that stuff. He's a good kid, but y'all just Cleveland media, y'all, something wrong with y'all. You got a quarterback that's better than Mendoza. Better than Mendoza. 4,000 versus 2,900. 4,000 versus 20. He's better than Mendoza. And y'all want to draft Mendoza so y'all can come and put him in that system. And then y'all say, oh no, Mendoza's not it again. It's going to be another cycle of unresolved issues. And my wife, and I'll end on this because I got to go. My wife is a therapy. My wife is a therapist. She trains other therapists, as I said here multiple times on this channel. My wife is a therapist. She has multiple businesses that she runs in the therapy world. It's hard for her to do her job when she's trying to help somebody to overcome something they're going through, but they don't want to touch an unresolved issue. They keep escaping around that issue, but they know what that issue is, and she knows what it is because she's really good at therapy. She's really good at her job. As a counselor, she's great at her job. Real soon, like when her business is going to blow up, and you're going to probably be seeing her somewhere. I'm just trying to let you know. That's just how dope we are as people. But she's trying to tell this person, hey, look, there's an unresolved issue that you're going through. But the thing is so bad, it's like a sore. You don't want to touch it, but in order for me to make it well, I need to treat it. If I can't treat that issue or that sore, it's going to get worse because it's affecting other things that are around you, that's around your situation. It's affecting your mom's relationship. It's affecting your daughter's relationship with you. It's affecting your relationships at work, but I have to touch it. You don't want me to touch it. You're guarding it. I need you to let me touch it. Going back to the Cleveland Browns situation, y'all have a problem. Y'all not trying to address your problem. But we got to address it. Y'all got a serious problem. It starts with your owner. Y'all don't want us to touch it. The circus is in town, but this is a righteous circus. This is a good circus. There are preachers. There are bishops. There are clowns. There are wranglers. There are motorcyclists. There are contortionists. We're here to help you. You missed how many millions of dollars because you did not want to deal with your issue? All of your games could have been on national television, but you didn't want to touch the issue. We're here for you. We made it loud and clear. We were here for Colorado. We were there for Colorado, and a lot of us stayed, and I told y'all there's something that's going to make us fall in love with Colorado, even though we're not Coloradians. But a lot of us are still like Colorado. We came to Cleveland, and y'all told us to kick rocks, so we said, okay, y'all kick rocks. If y'all don't want us, we don't have to be here. If y'all going to put him on the bench and we know he's your best player, y'all going to waste how many weeks with Flacco, 4, with Dylan, 4, and then now you want Shedeur to be the hero in a situation that's already toxic? Y'all don't want us to touch the situation. But we know what the problem is, but y'all don't want us to touch it or fix it. How are we going to help y'all if y'all don't want to touch the thing that you need to fix in order for y'all to get better? I'm out. Shedeur's your quarterback. Trade him if you don't want him. My wife's a therapist, I told you. I know the problem, but if you don't want to address the problem, get rid of your husband. Get rid of your wife. You're going in a cycle. You're spinning. Everybody else is the problem but you. Get rid of your boss. Get a new job. Maybe that's the problem. That would temporarily look like it was the issue. But guess what? With the new husband, the problem will resurface. With the new wife, the problem will resurface. I'm talking to somebody right now. With a new job, the problem will resurface because what is the common denominator? You. With a new quarterback, the problem will resurface. Because what's the problem? It ain't the quarterbacks, it's you. Cleveland Browns, you're the problem. Well, maybe with Dylan Gabriel, it was the quarterback. But now you got Shedeur. So trade him. Oh, man, we holding our fingers, boy. The Shedeur fans, the Shedeur circus. Woo, boy, we like, Father God, please let them trade him. Lord Jesus, please let them trade him. Please go to an organization that likes him, with a coach that's willing to work with them. Lord, please let them trade Shedeur. Please, for the love of everything. We love you, God. Please just get Shedeur out of Cleveland and away from that toxic organization. We holding our fingers, boy. Woo! We are crossing our fingers, crossing our hearts, and praying on our knees. Trade him, please. But the problem is you, Cleveland. The problem is you, not Shedeur. Go ahead and get Mendoza, and you'll see. All right, guys. So thank you for watching. Thank you for being up here. Brob, is that B-Rob or Brob? That's a man's name. That's a weird one. Like Rob, but Bob Rob, B-Rob. Anyways, if you don't know me, I like to make jokes around here, but I keep things lighthearted. Hero, he needs to play his game. Don't play Hero, but he's ASS. Okay, I mean, I get it. That's the assessment. I'll keep the show open for 2 more minutes. Talk to me, Rob. When is his game ASS, or do you think he's ASS? How do I donate to the show? It has to be through. You cannot give to YouTube, not right now, because I'm going through some things with YouTube. But let me tell you how to do it. It has to be through my Cash App, unfortunately. And don't be afraid. I'm not one of these weirdos on the internet, because I know that the Cash App thing, you probably have to send your personal information. So I know people get weird. I'm not a weirdo online. I promise you, I'm a real person. But my Cash App is right on the screen. It's $TLP Sports Club. $TLP Sports Club. That's the only way I can get any type of revenue right now on YouTube. Because like I said, I'm going through some things with YouTube right now. So I'm still working it out. So I don't want to reveal anything right now just before I piss off the algorithm. But right now, Cash App is the only way I can get any revenue from YouTube. So $TLP Sports Club. I'm not a weirdo. I know he's got to send personal information and stuff like that. So if you don't mind, that's how to do it. But thank you for the consideration. I do appreciate it. OG Powers, appreciate you. But no, B Rob, let me talk to you. 7427. When you said, but he's ASS, I want to explore that. What are you thinking about that? Like, when you say he's ASS, do you mean he's bad? He's a bad football player? Because I want to know, like, man, you know how much I learned by just engaging people that don't think the way I think? I've grown so much as a human being. Let me see. Okay, let me use this one. I just want to keep that Cash App on the screen just in case. Oh, you said he's sent. Okay. I see it. Hey, yo, man, I appreciate it, yo. Thank you so much for the Cash App. Yeah, no panel today. I'm about to be out because I spent too much time on the panels, and I don't want to be rude sometimes to just end the show. And I don't know how to just. Sometimes I don't know how to turn it off. Oh, God knows. I'm a people pleaser. Where's my thank you hand? I can't find the thank you hand. There we go. Let me do the black thank you hand. Before you think I'm white, I know you like, is he a white guy? I'm joking. I appreciate it, man. Look, thank you so much. But yeah, man, I think B Rob did a hit and run, because B Rob is not responding no more. It's 5 o'clock and it snowed today, so I know you're probably not in church. Anyway, look, man, Shedeur is a good player. I want to hear from people that say he's not, and then I want to know what the standard is. If Shedeur is not a good player, then what is the standard? Like, who is he not good according to what standard, Because sometimes people make good points about things that need to happen. If you're talking about his mistakes and, you say you dog to be white boy, you too dog to be, I know. Bruh, can't put say, man, come on. Did Sammy Sosa, did he not think that nobody was going to see it? Or who else? What's her name? What's the rapper lady name? Dang. She was young. She was Junior Mafia. Lil Kim? I'm too dark to be white, I promise you. If I start looking light skinned, ooh boy, that bleach. I don't know what level of bleach they need to get me to be light. If I started, I might disappear. What Rivers doing? They got the Lane Broncos game on. Offensive line didn't show up today. The defense, Lil Kim. The defense didn't show up either. If Dylan had this game, they say cut him. I think you're right. No, the Shedeur's fan base would say cut him, but I think the media would treat it differently. The media would say he's a rookie and he's working out some things. That's what the media would say. Because keep in mind that he was a third rounder. Charlamagne got a bleach cream, man. Oh, hold up. Wait. Let me get. Maybe there's a narrative I wasn't following on the NFL. Hold up. Rivers was breathing hard in a pregame interview somewhere. Fake Newton punch in the air. Oh, you're calling Cam Newton fake Newton. I like it. I like that. I see what you're doing there. 23. Okay. Hey, 23. Did you grow up around black people? Because you got some swag. I can tell. The way you chat, you got some swag. And I know y'all ain't got no swag in that white land. Y'all don't. Y'all gotta grow up around us. And that is racist, and I don't care. Sometimes we can be racist, some of the things we be saying, but I don't care. It's not racist at heart. It's just racist when it sounds racist, but it's not racist at heart. But it sounds like you got some swag, okay? You ain't get that from hanging out with white dudes. I guarantee you. That is so wrong. Oh, man. So the Rivers situation. Who got the Rivers? Who got Rivers? Who got Rivers? It wasn't the Bengals. Not Bengals. It wasn't the It's not Denver, right? Denver didn't get What's the name? Man hurt, right? Y'all talk to me. I'm about to get up out of here, but y'all talk to me real quick. What am I responding to? I'm responding to Casey. Rivers was breathing using Charlamagne. Where is it? What Rivers doing? They got the lame Broncos game on. Who the Broncos play? Hey, okay, let me see. I gotta put this together before I get up out of here. I gotta connect the I gotta connect the dots before I get up out of here. Did Green Bay get Rivers, or did the Broncos get Rivers? Because I heard that Cam Newton was going off and saying that somebody got Rivers. Was it Green Bay? The Colts. Because the Broncos are playing the Packers right now. Was it Green Bay that got Rivers or the Colts? Oh, wait a minute. They said Daniel Jones got hurt. Yeah, okay. Jones tore his ACL. So that Jones tore his ACL, and the coach went and got Rivers. Yo. So why did you say the Broncos? You confusing me, bro. Okay. Okay. So what you gotta say about that 23? How they go get? You got Colin Kaepernick, who's still out there running sprints. I don't know why. It's a sad situation. You got Cam Newton, who according to his some social media, he's still posting workout videos. Like he about to get an NFL chance or something. Like I don't know what's going on, right? So you got two. I don't want to say it. Help me out here, 23. I don't want to be racist out here. You got two quarterbacks, Colin Kaepernick and Cam Newton, that are much younger than Grandpa. Oh, okay. So Rivers knows the offense. Hey, how well did Flacco know your offense? Has he played for y'all before? Talking about the Cincinnati Bengals. How well did he know your offense? Because I think you kind of like, you shrink the playbook, if I'm not mistaken. Because I know the NFL, I know how it works. When you get a brand new quarterback that's never run your system, you shrink it because you got like 4 days to get ready or 3 days to get ready, right? It's Indiana, bro. Be real. They're not getting Cap. I know. And then you call them Cap. You see what I'm saying, 23? You confusing me, brother. You confusing me. You talking the talk, bro. They're not getting Cap. You grew up around black people, bro. You are not going to have a conversation, bro. Admit to me you done grew up around black people, bro. I want to know, man. Before I leave, I promise you, I don't want to lose sleep tonight. Did you grow up around black people at 23? Be It's a racist question, I know, but help me out, please. Did you grow up around black people, bro? Like, be straight up, yo. You talk the talk, bro. You got swag. Hold on, son. Anyway, if you're not going to answer, you don't have to answer if you don't want to. It's just my little personal. Yeah, but what does Cincy mean? Like, what are you from Cincy? Cincy isn't black, is it? Is Cincy a black? What do I know about Cincinnati? Like, I don't know nothing about no Cincinnati. I don't know if you're like black out there. I don't know. But did you grow up around, like, you know, saying like a few dudes, you know, like brothers? Because you seem like you got some swag in you, and you ain't get that from y'all. Son said they're not getting Cap. I know a white boy ain't just gonna say Cap. He gonna say. He said, "Wait, what is that? A Vondelay? I don't know what that means, my guy." I'm African from the South, and I'm a New Yorker. Just, you know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You want to say Colin? They're not getting Colin. They're not getting Colin. You said Cap and you put the second P on there. It was a rap, bro. Like, I knew it. I was like, nah, son ain't no regular white boy. This guy, he grew up around us. I'm sorry, I got to blow my nose in front of y'all. I was like, nah, he used the second P. Nah, bro. Some in the water. Some in those outdoors. Oh, boy. Man, I love having fun with y'all. Y'all cool people. Y'all good with me. Okay, I got to get up out of here and go finish my Sunday, get ready for this cold, snowy Monday. It's about to be a problem. They will never take Colin. Now we're talking, my brother. Oh man. All right, so what's the name was he was a hit and run. B-Rob was a hit and run. If Shedeur, yeah, I think too many people are not grading Shedeur correctly. That's my last statement. Unfortunately, sometimes I can't really, when I'm online, when I'm like not on screen, when I'm not live, it's very hard for me to have these conversations because I don't like to type. It's hard to type like what you really mean. And then you end up sending like 3 different messages just to say one thing. Because a lot of these responses are caught up in emotions. You know what I'm saying? Like the emotion that you get caught up in trying to defend a position, it's hard to get that in the amount of characters that X allows without you having to pay extra just to type more. Like, I'm not giving X no money to have a blues check mark, and I'm not paying them money to say more. That's why I'm not even on Facebook no more, because I'd rather not argue with nobody. Like, I'm not saying, if you don't understand when I tell you, hey, Shedeur is your quarterback, y'all need to invest more time. If you don't want to understand that, you want to get personal and start sending messages, I just don't respond. I'm getting older now, and I'm protecting my energy. I said, oh, okay. Like on YouTube, I'll just say, oh, I know who I'm dealing with here. I'm not dealing with somebody that wants to engage in a civil conversation that's responsible. I just stop responding. I got off of Facebook for that. Like, cause I don't want no. I'm not arguing with you. Yo, the coldest way to respond to somebody is to just go silent. Man, they be typing. You see the response coming back, and like, all right, you're right. Yo, but you know how many years it took for me to learn that, especially when you are a YouTube creator. Man, those emotions, you be like, oh, I want to say something, and then God be like, nah, don't say nothing. I'll be like, how? What? Don't say nothing. I'm still learning that because sometimes I'm like, come on, God, I gotta say something. Like this N-word is trying to get at me. Like this N-word, come on, son, I gotta say something. You know what I'm saying? Like, but now it's like, oh, throw the darts. Or now I'm like plucking people out I'm like, oh, you don't want to have a conversation. You want to pull strings, emotional strings that I've actually overcome already. So now I'm like, oh, okay, maybe you have a point. Maybe you're right. And then it kills the whole argument. They'd be like, dang, what am I going to say now to this Negro? I'm like, you can't say nothing because that's it. I mean, what are you going to say? Nothing. I literally just agreed with you. And they come back again with something. I'm like, yeah, you're right. Man, bro, how many times you want me to tell you that you're right? I'm a grown man. I ain't going to be saying you're right all the time. Like, okay, you're right. He sucks. He sucks in your head. Like, he sucks. He doesn't suck in my head, but if you already determined in your head that he sucks, then what am I going to say? You know what I'm saying? What can I say? I tell my nephew that all the time. Nephew, best thing you can do is to ignore them girls. Never let them see you sweat. Hey, never let you see them sweat. See you sweat? Nah, bro. This is not a white man. This is my N-word right here. This is not a white man. Never let them see you sweat. Oh no, you ain't get that from y'all, bro. I'm done with that. I'm out. I am out with that one. Oh, 23, you my guy. I'm out. I can't. I can't do it with you. I can't do it with you, bro. All right, man. Look, it's been fun watching and sharing with y'all and reacting to Shedeur play a terrible game today. But we got one in the books. We got one terrible game, and we got one really good game. Maybe the next one. Are y'all saying that the next game, the next team is better than this team? I want to get that on the record. Can any? Hey, 23. Let me know. Is the next team better than the Bears? Because I like to put things on the record. Because I think Shedeur's going to have a great game next Sunday if they play him. Okay, is that a fact? I want to get this on the record. Is it a fact that their defense is better? Because then I don't want to move the goalposts because they're going to say, no, their offense is better, not their defense. Dude, does the Buffalo, that's my team, by the way, because I'm in New York. I root for all New York teams. Is Buffalo's defense better than the Chicago Bears defense? Let me get an answer, and I got to get up out of here. Give me a yes or a no. Because I think Shedeur's going to have a good game against the Buffalo defense. Is the Buffalo's defense better than the Chicago Bears? I can probably look this up. Let's see here. Is the Buffalo's Buffalo? Let's see. Okay. So this is what I got. It says on the internet, it says, as of week 15, 2025, the Chicago Bears defense is generally considered superior, leading the league in takeaways and interceptions. While the Buffalo Bills defense shows inconsistency, especially against the run and in communication. Though they are still a solid unit overall, the Bears' strength is forcing turnovers, whereas the Bills have struggled to stop the run effectively at times, despite flashes of good play. Okay. Chicago Bears defense strength, turnover machine. They got three interceptions. Opportunistic secondary. Their back end is elite at creating turnovers, even without a dominant pass rush. That's great. Buffalo Bills defense considerations. Run defense concerns. They've been vulnerable to the run, allowing high yardage and struggling to disengage from blocks. Okay, communication issues. Assignments have been noted. Inconsistencies and miscommunications in coverage and assignments have been noted, especially in preseason. Solid but inconsistent. They remain a good unit but are not as dominant as the Bears in generating turnovers, says NBC Sports. Okay. For fantasy football or overall performance, the Bears defense offers a higher floor and ceiling due to their leading takeovers ability, while the Bills are a strong team with specific weaknesses, particularly against the run, make them a riskier but still vulnerable play at times. Bada boom, bada bang. Okay, so there it is. That's what's going to be the excuse. If Shedeur does well, I'm laying it out right now. If Shedeur does well, the goalpost is going to move to that. That's where the goalpost is going to move. And I'm glad I pulled that up. That they don't have the best defense. Even though they're one of the better teams in the NFL, that their defense is not ranked high. Ranking Bills are 16 overall and Chicago is 19 overall. So how does that work? Because they got, okay, so they got 3 interceptions because they are the takeaways of the NFL. Either 3 or 4 interceptions and 4 sacks. Ranking, okay. I say Chicago better defense. Okay. So 23, you said next week we should stream together and get takeaways from both sides. I'm a monetized YouTuber, so I know what to say and not to. Okay. I'm with it, bro. Yeah, I'm with it. So we'll work it out. You know the email. So send me an email. Let me know the details or whatever. I'll put the emails on the screen. Let's work it out. Let's do that next week. Let's definitely stream together. You can either invite me or I invite you. You invite me because you're the money situation. So you invite me. But send me an email and we'll make it work. I definitely want to stream. I definitely we can do the stream together. So you invite me. That'll be better for you. Because it's not going to benefit me. I'll get on yours, you, the sports channel. Okay. Look, if you want to do it that way, that's fine. So hopefully it still benefits you, but that's fine. That's fine. I'll invite you. I'll send you the email. And yeah. All right. So you'll come on tomorrow. You'll come on next week. God willing, obviously. You know what I'm saying? You always got to say God willing, because the Bible says, how many of y'all know that you going to make it next week? Y'all so confident. You don't know what God's plans are. So God willing. God willing. All right. So next week is going to be me and you, man. Me and you. You say it's going to be a better conversation on my Hey man, what is your audience? What is your audience about? What are they doing over there? You're like, yo, we talk backyards and outdoors. We talk gators. We do gator bait. Anyway, let me stop messing with you. We do gator bait over here, bro. You don't want to come over here? I'll come to your house, bro. My house, you can't even get through the front door. Oh man, I'll come to your house, brother. My folk, they didn't. Anyways, they're not like us. Anyways, all right, look, 23. I'll see you tomorrow, man. I'll see you on Casey. I'll see you next week, brother. And for everybody out there, man, salute to all of y'all. Shedeur Sanders is the quarterback for the future for the Cleveland Browns, but they're going to fumble the bag. Peace. I'm out of here. There's a lot of them might not watch sports. That's all. Okay. I get you. I got you. You know I'm joking, right? You know I'm joking. You know what I'm saying? Laughter is good for the soul, brother. It's good for the soul. Come to my house, brother. I'll come to yours. We do gator over here.